And there you have it. Mumford and Sons doing a cover of The Boxer. Want to thank DDP442 on the Twitter for that request to start today's show. Not bad, right, Jimmy?
I don't like those guys necessarily, but I like that song. It was actually a really good cover.
Yeah, when I saw that tweet yesterday, I'm like, Mumford and Sons. And then I was like, you know what? Why don't you just have a fucking open mind? So I pushed play, and I was pleasantly, surprised. I was like, yeah, that's all right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I enjoy a good cover.
You do, right?
Yes, I do. I'm notorious for enjoying good covers.
Notorious?
Yeah, my ex would always tell me what a fucking mo I was. I like girl covers. I like when girls do covers. I like the worst covers.
Yeah, we've talked about this over the years. What,
Umbrella. I like hearing Umbrella covered by girls.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, she really was. She had enough of me. Fucking.
You know, if you like covers, you got to talk to that man in the corner, E-Rock. He puts CDs together of all sorts of covers that you've never heard of before in your life.
Does he?
Yeah, he's pretty good at it.
You've actually listened to them?
You make Opie music CDs?
All right, you've done this already because I gave it to him years ago.
I don't remember it. It's news to me right now.
I figured it was just I hand it to him and it goes right to the garbage.
I'm trying to figure out the theme. I think he's giving me a love note with his CDs that he puts together for me.
Do you talk in between them a little bit, dude? This just kind of made me think of you. It's behind blue eyes, but fucking.
No, I enjoyed them. Absolutely. I don't know where they are these days.
Of course.
Well, because I don't keep CDs.
Or DVDs or anything anyone gives you.
No.
Where's your Islanders thing?
What Islanders thing?
Right.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
That's in my brother's garage. I told you. He actually moved that to his office.
Oh, good.
I have more wall space these days, too, so maybe I'll grab it back from him. What's up, Rich Vos?
How boring does this sound?
Oh, God, it's going to be one of these.
No, I'm talking about her.
What?
This wasn't you guys. How's it going?
Well, who are you talking about, Ben?
Nothing. It had nothing to do with you, for real.
Who were you talking about?
No, nothing. How's it?
What was boring?
Nothing. Nothing.
Then why would you say
yourself, or whatever, when you talk about your closets and stuff.
You didn't even hear the conversation. You came in the last 5 seconds.
I'm sorry.
You're coming in with a bad attitude. You hear our energy? Bring your energy up.
I think I have a sinus infection. You ever get one of those?
Stop trying to change the subject.
Quit laughing like you're gay. Like when you're
I do everything like I'm gay.
There you go. Now the energy's up. We just started the show.
It seems great. I like the energy. I like all the smiling and stuff and everything.
We feel good, yes. Is it okay to feel good in this damn room, or do we always have to feel like shit?
Look, she's going to make you do that.
Yay, Bonnie's here.
Look at that.
What's up, Bonnie? Rich came in here with a little attitude. We're trying to get his energy up before it gets too late. Yes!
Talking to the mic, Bonnie.
Already so annoying. It's so early.
Why is he annoying?
He's just the worst.
Why? Oh, well, he's telling us already about his sinus infection.
Yeah, do you ever get one? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've never heard of a sinus infection before.
Does your nose keep running when you
I've never had a runny nose, no.
Oh.
What is he talking about? Of course we know what a sinus infection is.
Yes.
And now the pills went up,
Have you ever had that sensation where you've had to urinate? Have you ever had that?
Yes, we have.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
are you upset about that? From $750 to $1,500 for those pills?
No.
He's asking if it's going to affect my treatment.
Those pills went down.
Yeah, they went back down.
Yeah, he said he's gonna cut the price.
He won't say what it is.
Well, now he's going to look like a hero because the pills are still going to cost. We're thinking around $400 or $500, but he's going to look like a hero because he knocked it down from the $750. What was the original price?
I thought he was going to go lower than $13.50, the original price.
No way is he doing that.
$13.50.
So it started at $13.50. These are pills to help AIDS patients, basically. It's a little more complicated than that.
Is it?
Well, because it's parasites that... Yeah, it is.
No, I know it is. It's just funny that you were like...
Because we talked about the whole thing yesterday. You're going to
explain it, and then you're like,
No, I don't exactly know. That's why I said that.
Oh.
But it has something to do with the parasites, right? It fights off the parasites that...
He's still sitting next to me.
Are you implying that I'm an AIDS parasite?
So then the hedge fund guy... He takes over the company, and these pills used to be $13.50-ish. He pushed it up to $700, major outrage, and the mob mentality got to this guy, and now he's saying he's going to lower the price of the pills, but it's not going to go down to $13.50. We're thinking that he lowers it to about $400 or $500.
He'll probably double them. He'll probably lower it to $25. Because that will double his money.
You don't gamble, but I would bet you a lot of money on that.
I'm guessing a couple hundred.
It's going to be at least a few $100.
He's a scumbag. He's an ex-hedge fund guy. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. And he's a millennial.
And he's a millennial.
He is a millennial.
What does that mean?
I like older people. We're more spirited.
You know, I think it's they're wiser. Ted Alexandro posted something on Facebook that said, like, yeah, we can all get outraged about this guy, and but if you're still banking at Chase or Citi, then you're still like feeding into the problem.
Yeah.
Like, I was
like, where's he banking? What does he do?
Where do we go? Ted, where do we put our money?
Well, Ted's a funny guy, but I don't think he does a lot of banking. It's not like
He banks in his mattress.
What? Rich wants to know what a millennial is, by the way.
You really don't know? You've never heard
someone that was born after a certain time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's good.
Good.
And you have to bank somewhere. It's like just because you're part of one problem, we're all a part of the problem in some way. Mm-hmm. Just because I go to a bank doesn't mean I can't complain about an AIDS drug going up.
True.
No, well, I'm with Chase. Oh, I really wanted to get angry about that.
Damn it! I just gotta keep losing weight. What? So you?
I hate putting my money in the bank. If you really want to talk about that for a second,
you also hate putting it in your employees' pockets.
Hilarious. Rich Vos is hilarious.
And Vos is going to treat himself.
The subordinates found that quite humorous.
Hilarious.
After that one, Vos is going to treat himself to a tissue.
He's going to blow out his fucking nose.
That's his new tell. Every time he sneezes,
he's blow out his brains.
Yes. A little speck. How old am I? 47. I thought you have a small brain is a good joke.
Just the amount of interest they give you. It's fucking criminal.
0.45%.
What are we down to?
It's in one of my bits on 141 IQ. It's probably lower than 0.45%, but
0.45.
It's probably
and I got a guy at my bank
now
calling me all the time, like, we want to look at your accounts and try to, help you out a little bit. I'm like, how about you help me out by just raising the fucking interest on my money?
I'm going way back. But
there was a time it was
10%, 5 or 6%.
When we were really little, it was 10%. They used to say if you got $1 million in the bank, you could live off that money for the rest of your life. $100,000 a year.
My Uncle Mike used to say that. I remember my Uncle Mike used to say, that's my Uncle $1 million. We were kids like 13, 14. He's like 2 years older. He'd say, I see $1 million and I can live off the interest for the rest of my life.
I thought he said too much teeth.
You obviously are confusing me with Rookie Jimmy.
Yeah.
How frustrating is it? You still wait on your tickets?
But here's...
yeah. I'm fucking bummed. I'm trying to get tickets for Brian Regan.
Thank you for being concerned.
He can't get tickets.
For what?
For Brian Regan.
I'm trying to hook up a friend of mine to go see Brian Regan.
For 2 weeks, we've been trying to get Brian Regan tickets, and he can't.
Oh my God! Who knew it was going to be that tough to get Brian Regan tickets?
Radio City Music Hall. He's doing a live Comedy Central special. The first one, I think. I don't think Comedy Central has ever gone live with these things.
No, they haven't.
And I want a pair of tickets for a friend of mine. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I'll see what I can do. I don't know.
I said I would pay for him. Just let me know. If I'm not getting tickets, I want at least... It's her birthday, so I want to take care of this person and buy her tickets to Brian Regan. Do something nice.
I don't see why there's a problem.
I wasn't even bringing it up, but Jimmy brought it up, and I'm very happy.
It's been annoying me since it has nothing to do with Brian, by the way. It has nothing to do with Brian. Because he didn't. It wasn't like it hasn't even gotten to Brian.
I think it's all Brian.
I think it's Brian's fault.
No,
Brian's a creep, but not on that.
Let's just put it this way: Brian Regan's guy represents a lot of people that have been through the studio.
Oh,
and a lot of people that we probably
that is a veiled threat.
No,
and he's a nice guy.
No, but it's just frustrating. Is my point, because some of these guys we didn't have to take for our radio show. To be honest with you, so
I hear you. I heard some of those interviews.
I wouldn't even know their names. That's what I'm talking about.
If you're asking for 2 tickets to something, I think it's not a big deal to help you out. 2 tickets.
I can get you second rows at my show.
Second.
But why second?
I know.
He filled the first. Stupid.
He's just implying that there's a lot of tickets available.
Well, last couple of shows we did, the first 7 rows were empty, and then people sat in the back.
Oh, really?
That sucks.
Oh, she was on stage during Stone Temple Pilots, going, "It doesn't get worse than this." All you could hear was the goddamn Fucking Vinny.
Oh,
Hey,
when you hitch your wagon to Rich Voss, the things that happen to you, the sights that you see.
Well, and it's not even the original members of the band.
Well, Vinny's like, don't worry, the comedy tent at this concert outdoor. He goes, there's a comedy.
Vinny, where is this?
He booked there's a rock event in Clark over the weekend, 3 days. Stone
you did
Temple
the Clark fucking music festival?
We all tons of
The
people.
Clark Music Festival?
Well, Stone Temple Pilots.
Stop saying that band.
Godsmack. What was the other
Clark,
thing?
New Jersey?
Crush.
I don't know, every band you've ever turned the channel on.
So
Hey, I
Vinny
like the
said-
Godsmack.
So
All right.
Vinny said there's a comedy
And I kind of
tent.
like the STP.
They were big bands.
Vinny said there was a comedy tent.
I'm still bitter about them. The noise they were making during my set.
And the comedy tent turned into a comedy canopy. There was no sides on it. And like people could just walk in and out.
gazebo?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a fucking gazebo.
It was awful.
And Vinny didn't care. He couldn't hear the bands because he's fucking deaf.
Yeah.
But it was fucking...
So you couldn't really do your set because the music was too loud?
I did because they were going right off. They were
It wasn't that. Honestly, it wasn't that it was too loud. It was that you were completely drowned out. It was ridiculous. You're shouting. It was
And it was
so dumb.
Were you getting any laughs?
I mean,
Yeah.
people were, it was.
They were trying to laugh if they could hear what you were saying.
The people who came to the comedy tent at a rock
many were there?
festival
Rough guess.
enjoyed obviously comedy.
Right.
How many were there?
in the tent?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a constantly rotating amount.
This guy brought his kids, and I told him I make balloon animals, except there's cum at the end of my balloons.
It was a great.
I know that, but I don't like when people repeat crowd work they did.
Oh, thank you. This is all after.
This guy walked in, he had a green shirt, and so I said, I don't care about him or what he
Oh
said.
my
to him.
God!
Shut up.
Every night he's driving home from a gig, he calls me and tells me all the brilliant bits that he.
Are you out of your fucking mind? You do that all the time.
No.
Oh yeah, really? How about the lady who's getting married at Governor's?
Listen to this. So
Okay, listen to her crowd.
no,
work.
this is not good. This was bad.
Well, don't tell them about your whole
No,
set.
I would understand a phone call if it was a bad story. What happened?
Okay, so there was.
I understand a bad story that you would want to call each other, but not when you're killing with an.
Yeah, because it's hard to. It's like it
bad story, you
never
always wanna
sounds
hear.
good. The good bits never sound.
Anyway, go ahead.
There was a bachelorette party, and so I was talking to him. Then there was another bachelorette party where the bride to be was fat, but the party was bigger. But I go to the one bachelorette party that I just finished talking to. I go, oh, look how big this one is. But I meant the party. But
It did not go well.
Oh, I need that story.
I wouldn't have called it on the radio.
That's a good story. I feel like we're making a DVD called "That's Not What I Was Saying."
I wouldn't have pulled that out as the.
This is what I'm going to talk about on the radio today.
Put your headphones on, Rich.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you ready for this?
Oh, we're gonna get a bad caller.
Well,
doubt that.
I'll find a good one later. You're right. It is going to be a bad one. Connor in Texas. Go ahead, Connor.
Rich Voss.
Fuck yourself. What?
Because you're telling the same story you tried to tell when you were calling in, doesn't make it better just because you're alive.
Okay.
What story did you try to
But he
tell?
told the STP story and that you were having a tough time because the music was so fucking loud.
Yeah, you're right. And it wasn't
At
a
the
good
Clark,
story. Over
at the
phone.
Clark Music Festival.
But I thought if I told it now, a caller calling into the radio show I'm on, I thought if I told it now, Bonnie would be able to enhance it.
Your
You're right.
fucking fuzzy hat really annoys me.
Yes,
I hate it.
So does your hair.
This is what I think. I don't know what this caller's name is.
He's right. Connor's
Connor,
right on this one.
I think the reason that he called in was to tell the balloon cum story, and he never got to it. So he brought it up again.
Oh no!
In order to tell it.
I called in.
No.
he told
Rich
he didn't tell the balloon cum story.
That's why I think he's brought it up again. so
I
he
called in to plug Arlington Cinema Draft House this weekend. That's the main reason I couldn't get in. And Norton was talking about something I wanted to talk about. Oh, he was talking about... No,
Rich.
I agree with you on this one, Connor.
Is there snot in that tissue?
Huh?
Is there snot in that tissue that you're just rolling around in your hand?
No.
You only plugged your date because your story sucked.
Okay, it was a one batch. Is
What
that
are you
how
gonna do? Write it on his tombstone? Let it go, Connor.
Yeah,
Exactly. And if you do, hopefully it's soon that you need to.
I'm always fantasizing about what's going on his tombstone.
Yeah.
I will.
How empty
Hopefully a
is his
day
life?
with oct in front of it.
Well, that means he always got a couple days. Doing the math here. Thank you, Connor, I guess.
He's right on that one.
All right, whatever. Yogi Berra died overnight there, Rich Vos. Were you a big Yankees fan?
No. We went to the game a couple weeks ago. We had seats behind home plate.
I want to go I want to sit in Yankee Stadium. How was it?
It was great.
It was fun, right?
You never been there to the new one?
No, and I'm so stupid because I should have went
Yes.
summer. Now it's getting fucking. Oops. Now it's getting colder.
You only got a few more weeks.
I know, and it's getting that time of year.
This guy hooked us up. He listened to our podcast. We went there. We went to dinner at the Audi Club, and it's like a beautiful. But
You're not a member of that club yet.
She laughs a hollow laugh.
Why does he laugh so hard at that? That's what's so
He's
creepy.
a fucking homo. That's why.
She's totally gay.
Because he's so quick.
Some guy called in yesterday to go golfing, but he says it like this. He goes to Rich, "Hey, maybe we could go swing together." It's like, come on! Now you're just throwing it in my face. You know?
Usually it's on your back.
Oh, God.
Look how pretty she looks in the morning.
Stop
Oh, my
doing
God,
that.
stop.
You're awful.
That's so weird.
I
She
know.
does.
Because
Who
you're
looks that good in the
forcing
morning?
it.
Who looks that good in the morning?
She looks wonderful.
Can I just say he only compliments me when there's a microphone in front of him?
The Audi Club. Is that the big buffet place?
Yeah. Have you been there?
Yeah, we have a ticket lady. I could have got you that whole thing.
And behind the home plate?
No,
And-
not behind home. We're usually down the first base line a couple of rows
And
in.
when you sit behind home plate, all the food. Thank you, E-Rock. And all the food. Oh,
you have oh my God, it's not
Wrong fat guy.
all the food is free.
that was
behind-
funny. I'm keeping track today. Fuck it. What do you got? You had two good ones so far and one
Two and
bad
a
one?
half.
Let's go 2 and 2, I'm going to say.
I didn't have any stinkers.
Oh, but come on.
Rich. Jesus, Rich. Are you kidding me?
This is a lot of coffee.
Sure is.
You want
Drink
some
what
of
you
this?
can.
I'll
No,
pour it
thank
into
you.
your
No,
cup
no.
Before I drink it.
No, thank you.
And Rich, then you get the area where you could go and just get your own food. And
They bring it to your waitress.
You didn't, but you could go and get everything.
We get it delivered
The only
for
thing you have
free.
to pay for is beer.
I don't know.
No, we didn't even pay for that.
You had
there's
beer? Oh, yeah, you and my daughter
Jessica
had beer.
had beer out there.
Oh, then you probably had an even better hookup than what we get.
Oh, yeah, this guy, Mark, I don't know his last name, I forget, but he hooked us up.
The problem with anything free and Rich Voss is that he is both angry that you're getting free stuff and forcing you to get the free stuff.
Why is he
it's
angry?
a very complicated thing
Wait,
going
why is
on
he
with
angry?
him. Well, because he doesn't want to eat too much.
Does he
So
complain a lot about I'm going to eat too? I'm going to overeat.
he'll be like this. They have ice cream. Oh, come on.
God, you're like 8 years old.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or like we had a beer,
Wait, what?
his daughter and I, and
Not Raina.
No.
My old
Can you break down the ice cream thing? I need to know more. So he
Well,
says,
he-
"Oh, come
It's a
on,"
delicious treat.
because
Oh.
he knows he
The whole time he's going and getting food, he's saying, "I'm not eating that much. I'm not eating that much."
Right.
You know, but he knows in his mind he has to eat enough where somehow it
justifies.
Yes, like-
the fact that
He
all
gets
this
the
was
biggest
free.
bang for his lack of buck. But
yes, he's not paying for anything, so he can just sit there if he wants. It's still a win.
But then he feels like
Then he goes to the dessert station and he has to take one of everything, and then he's
understandable.
angry that he's eating it, and why am I doing this? And
You
then
stole Cracker Jacks.
you told me to take them. You said you can't go out to the field without Cracker Jacks.
oh, did you guys sing the song together?
Come on, let's do it.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker
Yogi.
Jacks.
Do it for Yogi.
I don't care if I ever come back
Neither
home.
do we.
Wow.
Anywho, it's like this morning, he makes us have breakfast at the hotel because it's free, but then the whole time he's like, "Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up." You're like,
Well, I didn't say
It's
get
like
plates.
you're just constantly-
I said go pick. You're sitting there with fucking plates.
We're supposed to eat breakfast on.
Huh?
You need a place to eat breakfast.
No, he just wants you to take a fork to the buffet.
And then you're forcing them to get the free breakfast?
No,
Yes, I said I don't want breakfast.
Was there good choices at least at
No,
the
they had
free
a good breakfast at this hotel.
It was pretty.
But you need someone to eat because it's free and you want to
Yes,
get
he's
the
gotta
biggest bang
get- yes.
for your buck. I love this.
If there's free
I kinda
alcohol,
get it,
that's what
though.
really upsets him because he doesn't want me drinking, but he wants me to get the free alcohol.
Why does
so
he want you
it's-
drinking?
Because
Because he starts banging everybody.
because I'm always.
When is it good enough if you're at one of these situations where everything is free, where you could go home and go, okay, I got my
situation.
fill, but I didn't pig out.
There was Oriental. What do you call it?
You're allowed to say Oriental food.
No, what was
You're
it?
allowed.
Food of the Orient.
Japanese food.
Oriental chicken salad sandwich.
No, there was sushi. You know, I don't want to say
Sushi?
Just say it. It's fine.
Just say
I'm not
sushi.
going to mock you. Those days are over.
How was the sushi?
Sushi. I said again, if I slow down and swallow it, it works out.
Sushi.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like you're
Or
saying
if I
with a
open the
shirt
car
in your mouth.
door and spit it out, it works out the same way.
Oh, more gay jokes. Woo.
Lucky Bonnie.
How did I go so wrong?
When's the Pope coming? Tomorrow? Is tomorrow the big day finally?
Thursday at 5 p.m.
Everyone's talking about the Pope.
Yeah.
He's in Virginia now, right?
I don't know. I think
Came
he went
to DC yesterday.
He was in DC, comes here, then he goes to Philly. Right?
Gaffigan's performing for him.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not a
watched
big
the
fan
show?
of the Pope, but I think that's a cool gig
I
right
heard
there.
he's got a great sense of humor.
Well,
He loves the edgier bits. That's what I've heard.
well, the front page of the paper, Obama and him are cracking up on the front page.
He's
They're talking about Jews.
Yeah, there's probably a story about a Jew who was suffering somewhere and they weren't enjoying it.
Supposedly the Pope was cracking up Obama.
Yeah, someone probably said Yom Kippur is this week, and then they made some fucking crass Jew joke. And, no, he's Gaffigan's bit. He had a bit about the media and how and public shaming.
It's an amazing episode of his TV show.
About Jim Gaffigan getting photographed with a Bible or something.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah,
It's fucking brilliant, man. It was
really
like,
funny.
So funny.
His show is really good. The Jim Gaffigan
He's amazing.
We were on it.
Of course, Richard.
show. I haven't
do
seen
that
your
out there.
episode. I missed your episode then.
We should get that out there.
You didn't see the episode?
I guess not.
I've only seen 4, so don't tell me.
I haven't
I'll watch
seen
the rest
all of them.
I loved what I've
What
seen.
episode was it?
You don't have to see him in order, so I've been just kind of whatever's on the DVR. We
episode
pop it
number
on.
7.
No, it was with all the comedians. Jim Gaffigan
I haven't seen it yet.
threw a birthday party for the his buddy. I can't remember the guy's name. And
Well, the guy
Rich
who played,
Vos plays a pretty big part in it.
Oh, good.
the guy who plays his best friend.
Michael Ian Black.
No, the other
Oh,
guy.
I know him, yeah,
He was
yeah.
in the,
Adam
in the-
Goldberg.
in the
He's
show.
really good,
He was in the show Fargo. Yeah, Adam
Yeah, he's
Goldberg.
great.
He's a
It's funny
great
'cause
actor.
Every comic went in to read for that, and then you're going.
And
well,
you got
they-
it?
No, you know they're taking him, who's famous and
Yeah.
a great actor.
Oh, that part, yeah.
So why do they bring you in to read for something that they know?
Well, because Jim also has to be like, "Hey, I tried."
Yeah.
When he sees you in public.
Plus, you never know.
You do never know.
You might.
Well, Rich, I could have just called the casting director. And said, "You don't need to bring Rich in. I've heard him do his lines."
Yeah, I love you. I call them in. I phone them all in. You're so hot. That was fun.
Stop looking at Jim like you're like, finally a friend.
I'm enjoying Rich's marital barbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show, man. And what a fucking gig. I wonder if he's just doing a gig and the Pope is going to it, or that's what it is.
He's doing mass, I think, for Philly, and Gaffigan is part of it.
Oh, he's part of the mass.
Yeah, that's what I read. It's a public thing. It's not like he's just going into a room and performing for
No,
them.
no,
So he's just like doing like 7.
But he'll do some jokes.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like
7.
opening.
He's doing
Yeah.
his bit about.
There's Tom Papa.
I'm gonna guess his bit about. He probably has a bit about going for
Yeah, I don't know.
for what's it called when you take the Eucharist with a thing.
Not
Body of Christ, the body of Christ. Wafer, yeah.
Yeah, he probably has a wafer joke. We're looking at the episode. Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday, the Jim Gaffigan show. So far, Tom Papa has popped up. Is this the episode you're in?
Yeah.
There's Morgan Murphy.
Uh-huh.
Who else is in this? There's Artie Lang.
I'm right after Artie.
Ooh, let's see this. There's Rich Voss
Hitting on a young girl.
Let's hear what he says.
I'm good. I'll look at it. Damien will look.
Jim, can you get my husband to stop talking to the children Dave Marks is dating?
Honey, you're the one who married him. Let me see.
Look, I'm from
so
Jersey. You're from Jersey. Let me give you a lift home.
Isn't that your wife right there?
No, that's okay. She can sit in the back.
Are you Jim Gaffigan?
It would be sad if I
That's
looked
really
like this
it.
and I
And
wasn't.
then at the end, they bring his little storyline.
There, he's laying in bed with his wife and goes, and then Rich picked up his girlfriend and Bonnie sat in the back of the.
Didn't say girlfriend.
Oh, it said
right? I
Voss.
think they were a little. I think they were a little more respectful of our relationship. Than
No,
that.
the other girl is Dave Mark's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
And he said at the end of the episode, he's laying in bed. So Voss took this girl home and made his wife sit in the back of the car.
Nice. You're on the show.
Yeah, that's a little method acting. Hitting on young.
Okay, so he's practicing his line over and over and over.
Yeah.
And then we do a table read, and everybody just runs through their line very quickly. And of course, Rich.
What did he do?
He couldn't find his line. He couldn't remember it. It was like
You panicked?
he totally panicked.
got your glasses?
I didn't have my glasses on. I had paper. I didn't know where we were at in the script.
But he's literally 8,700 times in the car on the way there. He was doing his line.
Getting all ready for the table read.
I was like,
Do you think he got nervous?
I was like Jackie Gleason on that game show.
I wish you were like him in life. Because you'd be dead.
We got it.
All right, good, making sure.
Are you celebrating the Jewish holiday today? You're not supposed to be here.
That's
Are
true.
you Jewish or not?
Yes.
He's Jewish politically.
He's Jewy.
I'm not.
You're Jewy. I mean, but you don't really practice.
I'm not. I don't practice anything. I'm not religious.
What is it?
but-
Yom Kippur.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not religious, but
Aren't
I
you
believe
supposed to be
in
underground for a whole day and not be on the radio or texting or tweeting
Or drinking
or
coffee or
eating or
eating.
drinking?
Wow.
Yes, I believe in the preservation of Israel, but I'm not religious.
Okay.
Okay, there's here's what gets me about holidays. With Catholics and
Is this a
Jews.
bit?
No, not at all. No.
I love how you said that angrily.
I know, but I also love that you suspect that he's got something set up.
It was the beginning of it. Here's the thing about holidays, folks.
No.
Settle down.
People think if they go one day to temple or one day, church, all of a sudden they're great religious people. If you're just a good person throughout the year and throughout life,
Santa will come.
God, if you believe in a God, they know.
Shut up.
Childlike statement is really
It's
annoying
not.
me. Shut up, it is.
Do you believe in God?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
You're alive, so you should believe in God. Believe me.
What does your God look like there, Rich Voss?
I really don't know.
What kind of
It
God
looks-
do you believe in?
I'm sure it looks exactly like him.
I believe in a creative energy.
Do you really?
I don't believe in some old
What, does
guy
that
in a
come
cloud.
In the bar? Energy bar.
I don't get it.
I did. It was funny.
An energy bar.
Like a
it
bar.
was an energy bar.
Oh, see, I was envisioning
like
like a
enjoyed it.
saloon.
I enjoyed it. It was a good Lara bar joke. Go ahead.
What's your God look like?
He's a spirit. There's no face. It's
Okay.
just a
All right.
floating power.
All right, let's go with that.
That's a loving and caring God. Because people raise you as a kid. You do this, God will punish you, or God will be mad at you, or God. So they put fear in little kids that God is a hating God, but God is a loving and caring God.
Is God a thinking man?
Yeah. Really?
Oh my god!
Is he making decisions right now?
Yeah, God. Yes, God's
He
looking
is.
down. Yes. He has
He's
a one-
actually looking down. So he has eyes?
He's not looking down.
Does your God have eyes?
No, my God has nose.
He has a nose.
He knows.
Oh, nose, right.
What you don't
What the
look and
dealio
see. He's not
is?
looking at everybody. He just knows what's good and what's evil. Right?
Yeah.
And he takes care of alcoholics and kids.
I don't know, Rich.
I used to hear that one.
I
It used to drive me crazy.
Watches
That,
out for babies and drugs.
that one used to drive me nuts.
I don't.
What? That's
hard to
actually
buy.
one of the statements. One of the
People have
things
said that.
Yeah.
One of the mantras.
I can't
in that world.
wrap my head around that one anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
Just can't do it.
Neither can I. But I don't know. I don't believe. I don't know what
Do we have any music for this religious talk with Rich Voss?
I know. I believe.
I believe that he's caring. And
It is upsetting.
He's not Canadian. I'll tell you that. But
well, I don't believe in God. I mean, I did
How could
before
you?
I got married.
you believe in God.
Why hast thou forsaken me?
You believe in God. You say things. Oh, please God, or
Well, you say phrases that are in the vernacular, but no, I
what
don't.
did you say? What was the word?
Please God, let him die in his sleep.
I do.
Vernacular?
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Yeah. She tries to be so fucking smart.
I think
I wouldn't
she's
say that's a big one. Vernacular isn't a big
What's
one.
it mean?
It's like the language that we're all using, the common phrasing we're all using. You know, just the.
It's in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
I just said that one to fuck
See,
with
now
me.
she's fucking with you. Do you know that? Did you know that?
Yeah.
But people losing their mind over the Pope coming to town.
Fucking in D.C. they closed off highways.
Well, they're doing the same here
But
tomorrow.
what kind of like this is the thing about religion that's so weird is that we're all the same, everybody's equal, but then they like raise some dude. He's just a dude that they like now he's more holy than everyone else. I don't know. It's weird.
You do know, yeah.
I'm gonna get death threats for saying that.
Well, if
The
you didn't get
Pope
them from
is just
governors,
a
you won't get
dude.
them now.
You're on fire today.
He has his muse in studio.
Wow.
You gotta. Yeah, the Pope starts his day taking a nice dump.
Yeah, I
He's just a
mean-
man. I'm a man like you.
He masturbates like everybody
No, he
else.
doesn't.
Right? I'm sure he does.
Are you crazy? Look how old he is.
Original sin, they have to.
But he had to
Why?
because he's a man.
At one point in his life, I'm
At
sure
one
he's
point, he
jerked off.
had to have jerked off.
If he didn't, he had a wet dream. I mean, it comes out whether you wanted to or not. Happens.
You don't think the Pope is masturbated?
He's in a Fiat. He won't get into a limo.
I saw that. Now he's trying too hard.
No,
for that.
I think he's like.
You think?
Yeah, he's just not. That's not his thing, man. He's
Yeah, they got a picture of him
He's a
jumping
man
in a
of
Fiat.
the people. He's gonna come. What if he comes out?
I wonder
He's
where
like,
he's-
I'm gay.
No, the other one was supposed
Wow.
to do that.
I'm transgender.
Well, almost the
Yeah,
Cardinal.
last one was
wasn't
fucking
The last
flaming.
one probably should have done that.
wasn't the Cardinal from New York almost?
I don't know, Rich. I wasn't keeping
Dolan?
track. I don't think he was.
He was in the
almost.
running, right?
Well, the bishops are always in the running.
Wait, is a bishop bigger than a
Oh
cardinal?
wait, Cardinals are always in the
Yeah.
No, don't look at me. I
Wait, the
don't know.
Cardinals are always in the
Yeah.
running, right? I got to. Yeah, okay.
Did
So-
you watch a Borges that series?
Which one?
Borges, whatever. What the fuck was
Why
it
is
called?
Eric laughing?
What's it called? Borges.
What's
Because
it
for
called?
years you've been asking him this question and he never gets the name right.
Is it?
I know.
Bourgeois?
I was like,
What's it called?
I think it's. I can't get it right either, but I think it's the
Borges.
Yeah, that's because it's close to Smorgasbord.
first of all, you even got smorgasbord.
What?
I'll have you know, Eric has dropped 13
He
pounds.
looks good, and I never ever made a
His
joke about
skin
his weight,
is-
but he
your skin
attacked
is
me and
like-
laughed at me.
Very
He
shiny.
laughed at
Yeah.
me like I was
Looks great.
going to a prom in the movie Carrie. Boy, did those two suck in a row. Two
What
in a row.
happened?
What are you
Huh?
doing, Rich?
If you don't have anything, just sit there. There's other people that can take over. You don't have to say something. You know, just relax.
I want to make out with you.
No.
All right, go ahead.
He wasn't talking to you.
I knew it.
Nice, real nice. Susan Sarandon saying that the Pope's going to be assassinated in New York City.
Yeah, she said
Why
that
the fuck
last
did she
week.
say that?
I think she's saying that because she likes him, and she's saying that he's a moderate guy, and she thinks the conservative. This is what annoys me about people like Susan Sarandon. She thinks conservatives in the church, I believe.
Her eyes?
And it's like, those fucking Garfield eyes are awful. Her South Park face. But it's like, it's not going to be. Really? Do you think that's the number one guy who's going to assassinate the Pope as a conservative Christian? You don't think there might be other groups that want to target him?
Yeah.
God, she can't even say it.
I know.
Fucking idiot.
The Pope will be fine during this trip.
But I think that's why they got him to be Pope, because he's good PR for them.
Right.
He won't stay in the papal quarters. He's just
Trying to be just a guy.
He's a humble guy. That's all.
Was he allowed to go back to his old apartment and get his stuff? Isn't that weird? One day he's just a guy, and the next thing you know, he's the Pope.
Carries his own shit with him.
But remember,
he started off.
He had an apartment and all that. What happens?
He wasn't
to that
just
shit?
like married with 3 kids, Rich, and they came by and was like, "Hey, you want to be Pope?"
No, I fucking know that. I'm saying he was like a cardinal or something first.
I'm sure he would.
A cardinal, and then he had his own place, and then as soon as he found out he was going to be the Pope, that's it. You can't go back and do anything.
Well, that's
you can't
kind
go
of
back.
It's kind of like living.
You have to find someone else to now grab your shit.
It's kind of like the same with when you move into the White House or when you move into, the governor's mansion. It's called moving. And you get people to help you move. He could still go back and get his stuff.
Keep trying.
He probably has.
I'm saying, what's the difference between the
It's
Pope
a
and the
huge
president?
difference. When they become the Pope, it's over, Johnny. I think when you become the president, you still have a little leeway.
Richard.
A little leeway to get your shit.
Okay, I didn't know. I mean, I don't follow the Pope. You guys do. That's your religion.
I followed a little bit.
Didn't you go to Catholic school growing up?
No,
I didn't.
no.
Huh?
I went to CCD. I went to catechism, which was like when you get
everybody after
confirmation.
school.
Yeah, that's all I ever did.
I had to go to like religion classes for a while.
Oh, I had to go to
at some weirdo's house.
Court appointed.
You had to go to someone's house?
Yeah, in Centerport, it was always the weird couple that had religion class, and you could tell they had major fucking problems.
That's creepy.
It was really creepy. You had to show up at the house, and there was like I don't even know anymore. Maybe 10 of us, something like that, and you had to sit around in someone's living room and just talk about God and religion.
Good.
Oh, we had to go to Hebrew school 2 days a week, and I used to just cut Hebrew school, hide from the bus. It was horrible.
Yeah,
I had to go fucking learn. Barely spoke English. I got to learn. We had to learn how to speak Hebrew and
say
horrible.
something in Hebrew.
Like when we're having sex. What do you?
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah. Oi.
Wake up.
You have. I can't believe you just did that.
What? Wake up.
I told you that joke.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
Are
worry.
you using her jokes?
No, that's a bit, but that's a.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Did he steal your joke?
Kind of. I didn't realize. But
Rich.
Has he read your book yet?
No, he has not.
This weekend.
But Lindsay did.
Yeah.
Lindsay's such a good friend. I love her.
She loves your book.
I want to read it. Why can't I read
And
it?
she's told me a bunch about your book, and I love what she's told me about your book so far.
Thank you.
Her book is gonna
I'll be reading Bonnie's book. Why won't you read her book?
Well, relax. I'm with her every day.
You said can't wrong.
It is interesting.
Doesn't that bother you that he hasn't read the book
It
yet?
bothered me a bit. You have to accept people's flaws. I guess I don't know if
What's the
if Rich
roadblock?
was reading a book, I think that I would be
Writing a book.
Did I say reading or
Yeah,
writing?
you said reading.
Oh, if Rich was, even if he was reading a book, I would be impressed. No, if he was writing a book, I think might be a little too involved. Like, oh, I want to I think I might want to read everything he did every day,
But you at least read the final product.
I would absolutely.
Of course you would.
Yeah, I would absolutely.
What's the roadblock?
I would ask him about it as it went along, where he was in the process.
I asked you a lot of stuff.
No, you never one time ever. In fact, every single day I would get up and I would write. I mean, you've written books. It's a monster. It's like crazy.
Can you do? I can't just get up and write though. It has to. I have to be distracted. I need white noise. Like I got to be in this comedy cellar I wrote a lot at because there's like a background buzz.
And in here.
Would I do it in here too?
Oh yeah, you wrote a lot in here.
Yeah, because I couldn't act out. Like on the computer, it's bad. So you just wake up and just sit and write.
I mean, I just had to.
All she does is lay in bed all day and write.
That's impressive.
Lay in bed. Well,
sit in bed writing.
Well, and then every day he would come upstairs and see me writing and go, "What are you doing?" Every day. And
No,
I would be like,
I would say like, what are you writing? In my mind, I'm going, you're working on your book or a screenplay or a show. So
How come you haven't read her book?
Yeah, what's the roadblock?
Are you jealous that she's writing one?
Not at all. Are you kidding me?
Well, right after I got the book deal, this is an interesting little thing.
What?
Right after I got the book deal, Rich said to me, "You should write my book."
Yeah, ghostwriting, because I was
He
offered
started
one.
talking a lot about his own book and writing his book.
Yeah, but I was offered to have a book deal. It's just that I'm not going to lie. I'm not prolific enough to write a book like that.
He doesn't see, right?
I don't give a fuck about anything that's being said right now. I'm going to say roadblock again. What is the roadblock? Why won't you read her book? What is it in you that you can't read your wife's book?
I don't know,
It's so
because
strange.
maybe I don't want to. I think it's
It's
a
so
lot of
strange
it's
to
her
me.
history.
No.
And
You don't want to read about maybe some other guy she was
That's all he
with?
wants to read about.
Yes, I know. It's like such a dueling force in him. The anger and the turn on.
What are you scared of? What are you scared of?
Hold on, doctor. What is this fucking
It's not- God, forget it. Then
I don't know. I just said.
Then we'll
it's
talk about you doing great crowd work. Who gives a fuck?
I'll be
let's
at
talk about
Darlington
something
Draft
real.
House. Okay.
What is the problem with?
I don't know. I'm gonna read it. It's just.
Are you worried about what you're going to read in the book?
Yeah, maybe a little.
Okay.
No, you're not.
I said
No,
that.
it's not. It's not that. It's really not that. It's that he has a hard time focusing at all on anybody else's story.
That's
so
not
even
true.
if you're telling your story, he's thinking, how does my life relate? What's the story I can tell? And he'll say, oh, that's how conversation works. You tell a story, then I tell a story that's similar. But it is
To a point.
to a point. But there's also a point where you can be interested in someone else's story entirely.
She's totally right, Rich. You're a good part of what makes you so funny. The fact that your mind is always coming back to yourself is part of what makes you hateable.
He's actually dead on, and this is for a lot of people what makes you so great on stage. And really, you are an amazing comedian. It makes you a crappy husband in a lot of ways. It really does. It's the same because you fight back to the death.
You're right.
You make it about yourself.
I don't
And
fight
her
negative about
book
myself.
is-
I look out for you all the time.
Her book is pretty much a mirror of what you're not doing. That's what it is. If you look at her book and this completed work,
That's not true because
it is though.
no.
It's not that you don't love her and you don't care
No, it's
about her,
not
but I
that.
understand
It has
it.
not- I do different projects, and that doesn't mean anything.
But why don't you read it then?
I will.
I have to read every one of your emails that you send out. He go, Bonnie, like before he sends an email, he makes me read every single one.
That's not true.
Who are you
Rich.
emailing?
Huh?
Who are you emailing?
Well, because he doesn't use punctuation, so a lot of times I have to go back in and be like, period goes here, capitalize that next letter.
all
It's
You're out of your crazy mind. I don't.
Are you insulted that he hasn't read your book?
no,
You've accepted
honestly, yes, I've accepted it. It's just because I think because I'm now started on the next book, and I think he will be more interested because it's more about him. It's about our life.
What's it called, the book? Or are you not saying that?
No, it's called You're Better Than Me. The first one. That's available for pre-order on Amazon. You're better than me.
It's a really good read.
I wonder
what I
read it.
heard.
Do you have any copies done?
Yeah, I mean, I have it. They asked.
Do you have any with you?
No.
Why?
I've only seen one. I don't know.
it's
They
not
didn't
made-
send
it's
me
not
any.
done.
I got it on an iPad at my house.
Okay. No, I want to read
Yeah, I
a
said
hard
it in-
copy.
Yes.
A real copy.
But they will send it to you. But I didn't know if I should.
I'd love
do
to read
that.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? We're gonna have you in just by yourself to promote your book. You're better than me. That's what we're
Oh,
gonna do,
look,
Bonnie.
there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
So you can get it on Amazon.com. My wife read it. She says it's amazing. It's an
She
amazing
looks
read.
just like Raina.
Yeah,
Wow, yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Good
for Bonnie.
So you can just sit. That's. I want to write another one. I've gotten so lazy with it, and it's just getting that point. Like you keep walking up to start, and then it's like
It's like when I think back on it, I can't believe I finished it because it was so hard sometimes.
What's it like? How many pages? 240.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
You guys hear about Amy Schumer's deal?
What she got like a $5 million.
They're saying between 8 and 10.
For what?
Holy shit!
That's probably
Lena Dunham only got a $4 million.
Wait,
They're
wow.
saying between
For a
8
book
and
deal?
10 million.
those numbers are probably a little inflated by a publicist,
But
but,
even
it's probably about $5 million.
Even if
That's
you
a
knock
lawsuit.
down 2 on each side, it's still whatever.
That's a lot of money.
For what,
Let's
a
say
book deal?
5 to 7
But then, of
million.
course, you got to pay your agent.
Yes, taxes. Taxes.
It's going to work out to be around $3 million, probably.
Jesus.
What do you
$5
do when you're
deal?
stuck?
8 to 10.
What?
What do you
Is
do when
what
you're
the paper's
stuck?
saying.
I actually read people that I like.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to get started again. Fucking, it's got to be that one thing where it just kind of clicks.
Well, the first draft, I just write without stopping as much as I can about whatever
Right.
the incident or whatever. And it's awful. If anybody ever read that, I would kill myself. It's the worst.
I'm going to read it tonight.
And then, well, when we start talking about comebacks on stage, you could jump in. Right now, we're talking literary.
come back on Sunday.
Wait, sorry.
Oh, wow.
How you got that guy in the front row? Then you can.
We could do a whole segment on that after the break if you like.
So it's long. The first part because it's like. Do you like? I like editing shit. I love going over.
Then going
editing.
over
I
is
love
much
that.
better. The third edit is actually because in the second one I try to like get it into some. I try to figure
Some kind of form.
Yeah, there's a theme here. What's funny, what's not, and then the last one is where it's like.
Do you let
make
them-
it more funny and stuff?
I never want the editor to edit my jokes. Like I won't allow that. Like they can structurally change things, but I don't want the editor to tell me what's fucking funny.
Yeah, no, I didn't. The only thing they really did, they restructured it. And then which helped tremendously. And then they made suggestions. Like sometimes they'd be like, "I'm not sure I get this." So if they didn't get a joke or something, I would rewrite it. But they never ever told me to take anything
That's
out.
great.
Yeah.
Well, we went through so much legal stuff with her book.
Why?
You know, is this true what you said about this person?
Oh, and they vet the book?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they have to vet it.
Did
Sure.
you change some of the names?
Yeah, and the thing is that at times I was getting irritated because I felt like they were making me lie. Because sometimes they'd say, "Well, this person can figure out who they are." So then you'd have to change their job or change their hair color.
You're not
or
lying
whatever.
by doing that. You're preventing yourself from getting sued.
I know, but it was like, I don't know.
No, I know what you mean, but you got to do it. Let them vet the book. There was one I had where they were like, I'm like, yeah, but I was calling somebody, I was implying they were going to wave their penis in front of children. And they were like, red flag, don't say that. That'll get you sued. I'm like, yeah, but it's not true. They're like, we know that.
That's the thing is that there was like, when you're just making a joke and it's so clear to me and to everyone in the world that would be a joke. And they're like, well.
They're like, that's so inflammatory because it's about waving his dick in front of a kid.
Yeah.
Even if you won the lawsuit, you'll have to pay to defend. So they were right. So I just changed the joke. It wasn't a big deal. But I was like, because he was a famous guy and I was bashing him. So to imply
Well,
that
if you said that on stage in the comedy club, could you get sued for that?
You can get sued for anything.
Okay,
But
I know.
oh no, don't tell Rich this. His whole comedy's going to change.
You can get sued for anything.
He's so like
I have
scared of
insurance
being
for that
sued.
reason.
They wouldn't give it to me because I'm a comic. I try to get umbrella insurance. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah. Well, I have errors and omissions.
What's the company? Is that the company? No, I mean
errors and omissions is the
yeah,
company.
I tried to get it, but they said, "Well, we won't give it to you because you're."
Well, you have to go to another underwriter then.
I think as a comedian, you have a pretty good,
Defense,
they
yeah.
know that when they're coming in there that this could be the situation. You'd have to be pretty brutal, like repeatedly, I think.
All right.
Well, how about the guy in Canada that was sued?
Well, Canada's different because it really is a different system. It's not free speech the way it is here.
Yeah, it's different. And you can get sued by anybody for anything.
Yes. Let's take a break. Rich Vos is here with his lovely wife, Bonnie. What are you guys promoting?
This weekend we'll be at the Arlington Cinema Draft House.
Last time we're going to perform together.
The last time, come see us. We don't ever work together. And next weekend I'll be at Albany, the Comedy Works.
Great.
Next weekend, but come to the Draft House.
can
And
I
Bonnie,
plug-
Tuesday and Wednesday.
He won't let anyone else do plugs. Do
I'm
you see
helping
that?
you. I'm your manager.
Write it on a piece of paper so he can say your plugs, Jim.
Tuesday and Wednesday, Bonnie will be at Helium Comedy Club in Philly.
She
Tuesday
can't
and
do
Wednesday.
that herself?
What's that?
She can't do that herself?
She doesn't. She forgets.
I just said I'll.
She was going to do it.
Go ahead, do it.
And then order Bonnie's. Well, why don't you talk about the book at least?
Oh, you can pre-order You're Better Than Me, a memoir, on Amazon.com.
Very nice.
Thank you.
There was something. And their show on this channel Tuesday nights is a must listen.
Yes.
It's amazing.
on
It is
demand.
so damn good.
Awful.
What?
Last night is on demand.
And it's on demand already. It's unbelievable. No filters with you two. Holy shit! It's exhausting to listen
It's
to.
exhausting.
And then I love
It's
when.
exhausting to do.
My favorite part is because we listen to you guys all the time. The podcast from your kitchen, and then the show on this channel. And I love when Bonnie starts yelling, "No one gives a shit about this stuff," and I'm like, "No, this is exactly what we give a shit about." It's who's listening to this crap? I'm yelling, "Me, more of this."
This week's podcast or last week's was kind of brutal. I mean, it was.
They're all brutal, and
Oh God!
what makes that
You
one
got
brutal?
it. The court. We went.
Oh, he told a story on our show. It sucked. He told it way better at dinner.
Oh, it's.
The
I mean,
phoner
if you want
sucked the other day, Rich.
I know. I had my mind on other things.
Whatever. And Jimmy's got a bunch of things.
So just Friday I'm in Minneapolis at Mill City Nights for 2 shows. Then Saturday is the the Andiamo Theater in Detroit.
Nice.
Right outside of, it's in Warren, Michigan.
We got a busy show. We got Margaret Cho coming in. We've never met her. I've never met her.
She's cool. I don't know
fantastic.
Margaret.
I don't know her at
cool.
all. First time on this show. I'm looking forward to meeting her. And then we got
the girls from the Guys We Fucked podcast.
Yes, they're coming
I
in
did
today.
that podcast.
Did you?
How was it?
I
It was fun. They're great.
That's not what you told me.
I enjoyed it.
What? I don't think I told you the name of it.
Yeah, the guys we fucked.
Yeah.
All right, they're coming in at 10 o'clock.
At 10?
Yeah.
Are they comics? Are they stand-ups?
I'm not sure. I think one of them is. Well, actually, I'm not 100%.
They both are.
Are
Yes.
they both stand-ups?
They're both
Okay,
stand-ups.
I wasn't sure.
All right, we're going to eat now. Stay there. Oh, God. I was just saying just before the mics went on, I don't know if I would even be impressed if the Pope walked in the studio and Jimmy quickly said you would be.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, because he's really famous.
He's the head of a billion-person organization. I mean...
Yeah. Would I feel a presence, you think? An energy? What would I feel?
Of course. He's probably the biggest dignitary in the world.
Yeah.
Is the Catholic Pope.
We were in an elevator with the Dalai Lama once.
Really? So
Yes,
that's
we
pretty
were.
cool.
Me and Anthony, back in the day, we were interviewing for a radio station down in Atlanta after we got fired from Boston, and they put us up in the Ritz-Carlton down there.
Ooh.
The Dalai Lama travels
Of course,
nice.
that's the thing.
He travels nice, and we had really nice rooms. They really wanted us to go to Atlanta, and in the end, we're like, "Fuck that." Our stupid agent thought we should have picked Atlanta over New York. By the way, I never let that go.
Oh.
He's like, "You would have a better shot in Atlanta than going to New York and trying to battle it out with all those guys." I'm like, "Fuck that. We're from New York. We're going to New York." But anyway, we'd go in the elevator after, I don't remember. It might have been dinner or something. Yeah, exactly. Nothing against Atlanta, by the way. I kind of liked it down there. I did, but anyway, we went in the elevator and all of a sudden the Dalai Lama walks in with all sorts of security. I'm like, holy fuck, that's kind of cool. And I felt a presence in the elevator.
You did?
No, I mean, just like an energy, like that when you know you're in front of someone very famous.
Whenever a guy comes on anywhere with a bunch of security, yeah.
Oh. I thought we were just talking.
You don't think that was radio worthy? Well, we were talking the whole time during the commercials. Oh, God.
Go ahead, Rich, your voice on. Go
ahead.
All these bodyguards and cars came pulling up in front of, I think, the New York Times or the Post.
Oh, sorry.
And that, too. The president of Colombia was going in there. Were you outside of Boston that day?
No, but I remember you telling me about it.
But what's his name? The head of the IRA.
Jerry Adams.
Jerry Adams came walking out of a car. And, I mean, security around him was like around the fucking president.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's, I mean, obviously very impressive to see.
Yeah, the Pope would be probably quite impressive to meet.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice man, too. The other one was a repulsive fucking creep.
With his ruby red shoes.
Fucking made me sick. But this guy seems great.
Yeah, he's
very lovely, man.
Why is he so little? Like, I don't follow the Pope anyway. Like, what's some of his liberal stances?
You don't follow the Pope?
No.
You don't?
Nope.
That's it.
No, pretty Sarah Palin. What did she like? What's his stances on abortion and gay marriage?
Oh, he's pro-abortion.
Yeah.
He really wants. He thinks every woman should have at least one abortion.
Yeah, they couldn't believe the way he phrased it, too.
Yes.
Feel free to vacuum those cunts out, ladies.
It's a new day.
His stance on gay marriage is that that's the only marriage he's gonna he thinks is appropriate.
Allow.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he's against abortion. Obviously he's against. But I mean, how does he term it? Is he doing it in?
He's not as conservative. He thinks
He says forgive women who've had abortions.
Yes, and be nice to gay people.
How do you know all that?
I do this thing. It's so crazy. It's called reading. I'm going to spell it for you.
She peruses around a little bit.
I peruse
a little bit. Does some of that perusing.
Can my coffee back?
I think
I thought you didn't want it.
the Pope's into the condoms a little bit too, right? Isn't he? Into some of that protection?
Just for Rich's jokes.
Whoa. Look at Bonnie teaming up with the outsiders.
Hey, I got a little bit of positive reinforcement from my Twitter followers. Yeah.
So did I. I got some good tweets.
No, you didn't.
Want to see the cyst they cut out of my back?
I want to see the one they should have cut off your shoulders.
What? Didn't you show us this already?
Did you see my cyst?
I don't know. Did we?
No, I haven't been in studio in so long.
He's not talking about me.
Do you have a video of it? Did they pop it? What is it?
Wow.
Let me
It's
see.
like a hunk of meat.
Looks like a big piece of sushi.
That came out of your back?
It looks like tuna.
That looks like some delicious tuna.
tuna.
Sushi.
That's it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The exact color I like in my tuna.
How long did it take them to do that?
Like 7 minutes, 6 minutes.
And they just give you a local, right?
Yeah, I did in my neighborhood.
Oh. Hold on.
Wow.
Thanks, Uncle Rich.
Yeah,
Live in my neighborhood, kid. Get over here.
Make sure you
they
come
could.
see us in Virginia this weekend.
No,
That's the
it
kind of
was-
jokes you're going to hear.
But there was a little pimple on my back, but Bonnie popped it and then ruptured the cyst.
Oh, it
Under-
wouldn't stop. It was so satisfying. I was like, and then he was like, you better stop.
Oh, you guys should have made that into a video. Those videos do really well.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
They do really well on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was all sorts of stuff
it was-
squirting out?
Yeah.
Would that
Did it
be?
smell?
Could we get that?
It was like a long, it just kept going. It was
Could we get
wonderful.
that into a mofo video?
Oh, the mofo thing again. Wow.
I'm just asking.
Got his best stuff again.
Just when I forget that the
Wow.
mofo exists, you have to bring it up again.
I don't even know.
I don't know what the mofo is.
I don't even
It's
know
daily.
the mofo fucking exists.
Well, it's out today.
It's daily.
Oh.
No, it's an automatic tweet every day.
The paper.
It's the paper .li thing. Whatever. It just basically grabs all the.
It's an aggregate.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, it just grabs all the tweets of comedians in general that I follow, and then it puts it together in like a magazine or paper form. And then I made the stupid mistake of calling it the Funny Mofos, and I refused to change the name because Rich makes fun of it all the time. And
Yeah, because now if you change it, it's almost like you're
Thank
giving
you.
him some kind of.
I kind of do want to change the name.
What do you want to change it
No,
to?
it's like if somebody makes fun of a shirt that I'm wearing, I have to wear it
Yes,
like a
you
couple
get it.
more times just to prove it didn't bother me.
You get it?
Yeah.
So,
That's why I stayed married for 10 years. People just keep making fun of it. I have to keep.
You got to hear what she said to fucking Bobby Kelly about marriage when it was our anniversary. Oh, we told you at dinner, but you tell no. It was so fucking funny.
Well, you can't set it up like
oh my
that
God,
because now.
now she's gonna bomb.
Yeah.
Well, she's used to that.
It's
but,
a really mean. It's like a private thing that you only say to comedians. I don't think I should say it.
Oh, you're right.
18-year-old Todd Barry was on Letterman when he's 18 or no?
18-year-old Todd Barry on Letterman,
But not
viewer
doing
mail.
stand-up.
Viewer mail.
1982, 84. So what? I think Letterman read a letter, viewer mail, obviously. It was from Todd Barry. So then he decides to call up Todd Barry. Why are you putting this up on our screen, Eric?
Because it was off your mofos. I was just.
Dear Dave, dear Dave, here's the situation. I do an unbelievable impression of Paul Schaefer. Here are your options. Fly me to New York, pay for everything, I'll do the impression on your show. Or B, call me and I'll do it on the phone.
Oh, that's funny.
So go ahead, Dave. Pick either or either way. I'm sure it will turn out to be a real nifty gig. Your pal and idol, Todd. All right, that's Todd Barry.
at
Jesus,
18.
he had his voice.
I got to listen to this now.
Early
Just play
on.
the whole thing. It's only a couple minutes.
To New York, pay for everything, and I'll do the impression on your show. Yeah, right. Or call me, and I'll do it over the phone. So go ahead, Dave. Pick either A or B. Either way, I'm sure it will turn out to be a real nifty gig. Gee, it was a tough choice, Todd, but I've selected option B. Let's call this...
Todd Barry. I bet he wasn't 18 either, but he's going back in time.
The 305 area code. I hope I'm dialing correctly. And this man, Paul, is going to do an impression of yours. Anyone ever done this?
No, this is going to be the first.
Yeah. Okay, Todd Barry, apparently a man with a lot of time on his hands. Doing soon an impression of our own musical director, Mr. Paul Schaefer. We're waiting for the first...
Hello?
Well, hello, Todd. How are you? Is this Todd?
Yes, Todd.
My name is David Letterman. I'm calling from New York City. How are you, sir?
I'm all right.
Where are you now, Todd?
I'm in Florida.
Uh-huh. Sounds just like Paul, doesn't it? What particular city, Todd?
It's Tamarack.
Tamarack. Is it near a larger community?
It's near Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, well, that
Todd
gives us generally an
Raspberry.
idea. It's a nice area of the country there. I noticed, Todd, the phone didn't ring, and you just picked it up. Did it ring there?
Yeah, that's the way that thing works.
Gee, Todd, I'd love to go on talking with you, but I understand you do an impression of Mr. Paul Schaefer.
Oh, it's unreal, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave, it's unreal, Dave. I mean, it's cuckoo groovy, Dave. I mean, I'm peaking right now, Dave. I mean, is it nutty in here, or is it just me, Dave? Back to you, Dave.
Okay, thank you very much. It was very nice, Todd. Thank you.
I can't believe he's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Gee, now I wish we'd flown the kid in here, huh? And finally...
And then 2 years later, Todd Barry's back on. Keep playing this.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you see things my way. Now, let's get to the viewer mail. Do we have time now or not?
Yes.
Okay. Dear Dave, I'm feeling better already, though. Actually, I feel much better. Thank you very much. It's getting very close to the gala, second anniversary of my appearance on your show. That's right, May 27th, 1982 was the day I blessed your viewer mail segment with my Paul Schaefer impression. Here are your options. A, fly me to New York and pay for everything, or B, call me and we'll celebrate by phone. So go ahead, Dave, pick A or B. Either way, I'm sure it will turn out to be the ultimate in Keene. Your friend for life, Todd Barry, Tamarack, Florida. Well, Todd, thank you very much for the letter, and I'm sorry to say that if your choices are only A and B, then I'm not really sure there's anything we can do. Oh, wait a minute, excuse me just a minute. C, just forget about me. I've already gotten more than I deserve. Oh, okay, fine, Todd, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good for Todd Barry. That's pretty cool.
Rich, what do you think?
I think it's hilarious. Well, he's a funny guy. He's been funny from day one.
It is hilarious.
Funny guy.
He's a very funny guy.
Wow.
Big fan. Was with him last night.
It is amazing to see people that when they first, there's certain people that when they first start, they have the voice that they're going to have for their whole careers. And he's obviously one of them. I mean, you knew it when you first started watching him do stand up, but even in that clip. And then there's people who change a lot over the years. Like Louis C.K. to me changed a lot over the years from when he
What
first
he used
started.
to sound like.
Louis?
Yeah.
Louis used to be really absurd. Like now he's sort of rooted in reality. Like that's what he talks about.
He was very absurd.
Yeah.
Rise
Very
testicles.
funny. Yes,
he did
yes.
a whole bunch of weird stuff he would do.
And then he found his voice, I guess.
Yeah, or maybe people have more than one voice. I don't know how it works.
Or you just change what's interesting to talk about, I think. Like you just change what you feel like talking about.
Yeah.
Well, you grow.
Oh, I don't know if it's gross, Rich.
Where you grow.
I've always had the same voice. Well, at least Liz.
No, you didn't remember when you first started?
I know. Oh. Props.
You might have had the same voice, but you certainly have a different face.
You guys just love beating the shit out of each other. It's so amazing to watch. God. It just makes you two so happy.
No, we really do get...
Who was that?
Who? Did you fart?
Yeah, it was Norton.
Oh, Norton.
That sounded like a splatter.
Oh, God.
I heard
that
one of those
doesn't
in the
happen
bathroom.
last night in your underwear.
I heard one of those in the bathroom yesterday. It sounded like a splatter.
Yeah, no, I don't usually splatter.
Still thinking about it today. It's really affected you.
I
Did
am.
you get your gum out of your... God.
And you don't like when his gum shows below his lip?
Why? Just get rid of the gum, please.
You should really stop with it.
It's like he's doing his radio show. He's got the gum. It's like you can't... Is it... I mean, I feel bad for you.
You got that right. His radio show. Go ahead.
Are you? It is. I don't want to take any credit for that shit. I'm just there to hate.
We had both of our therapists call in last night.
Don't say
great.
both of our therapists.
Well-
I've never had a therapist. Those are people that call in the show.
There are our radio therapists that call in and help.
Okay, so when you were setting up, both our therapists called in. Where in your head did you think that story was going to go? I'm just interested. Did you think that was it?
Really?
I'm asking.
That's a good question.
No,
I'd like an answer to that.
Yeah, well, we're going to
like
go into a whole
what do we
conversation.
talk about, or you guys have therapists call in, we don't, stuff like that. You guys have Dr. Steve, we have therapists. I wish Dr.
that's
Steve
very
would call in
different.
now.
Wish Kevorkian would.
Well, what does your therapist say? I'll go with this.
I don't remember.
What's the basic issue between you two that the therapist tries to help you out with?
Well, she's not, we're not, she's on the radio. She's just listening to she says, she's actually so nice to Rich. It's
disgusting.
It's sweet. It's nice because everyone hates him. So, it's nice when somebody can be on his side.
Very nice lady. That's all I got.
Jenny.
Well, you brought this up.
I know.
Why'd you bring this up if it wasn't going to go anywhere?
I wanted to follow up, but
we could talk about the Boston fisherman. You got that video, Eric, today? I see it's on our sheet. We have a Boston fisherman losing.
Hey, son, it's there. That's good meat on there. What a dope this guy is.
You saw this too?
No, I didn't see it.
It's great. Basically, he loses his mind over a weird fish that he caught. Check this out. We'll tweet this out and put it on our Facebook page as well.
I don't know what this is, but Jay says it's a fucking big sea turtle. Look, baby whale. It's a baby fucking whale, man. Holy shit, we are witnessing a baby fucking whale right here, dude. Wheel. Holy shit. That thing is big, Jay. What is that thing? It looks hurt. I don't know. That thing looks hurt, Jay. Jay, that thing is hurt, bro. Holy shit, look at this fucking thing. Oh my god, what the fuck is that, bro? Jay, what the fuck is that? Oh man, pull back up, Jay. Come on. Come on, bro. Pull back up, bro. We're seeing some shit we ain't never seen before, kid. Oh my god, that thing looks dead, man. We gotta call the aquarium or something, dude. Oh man, look at this fucking thing. Holy shit. What the fuck is that? Oh man, Jay, it's dead, bro, or something. It's not dead. Oh my god, Jay. Pull right up next to that shit, Jay. Oh man, look at this fucking thing. Oh man. Look at that, Jay. Holy shit. What the fuck is that, kid?
I love how...
You want to try to pull it in?
Pause for a
Let's
second.
hook it.
Pause. Let's hook it. It's a dying whale or
he
something.
He wants to express himself, but he has no words.
This is Boston.
His vocabulary consists
This describes Boston to a T.
Call the aquarium.
I miss these fucking guys.
Let's hook it in.
Let's hook it in.
He's in such awe of this animal, but he's like, pull up to that shit. He doesn't even know what to call it.
Is it a baby whale? Let's see a
I don't
dying
know what
baby
the
whale
fuck it is.
or a
Jay.
I can't tell if they've got. Is it on a hook?
No,
it's
it's hurt, and it's just kind of like floating on the top,
more.
and it's trying to like swim, but it's not dead. Obviously,
It's
stop
an
saying
injured,
it's dead.
It's
injured.
Injured animal.
This is Boston, though. This is it right here.
The aquarium on speed dial.
I remember a million guys that sounded like this when we were doing radio.
We gotta call the aquarium.
The aquarium.
Like they're gonna come out and just get it. Let's see the rest.
I love how they use the word kid.
He says Jay more than anybody.
I know.
They used the word kid beautifully up there in that area. God.
Sure they do.
Oh man, that thing's just dead.
It's not dead.
What the hell is it? It looks like a fucking baby whale.
Yeah.
They're still just looking at it.
Who are you gonna call? You got that on video still? Yeah, come on, let's pull up next to that shit, bro. Let's help it.
Let's help it. Let's help it.
Oh man, we're calling the Coast Guard.
For what?
Holy shit.
Why do they keep driving away from it?
I don't know.
Why don't you just stay right next to it?
Jay, stop. Here it is right here, Jay. Oh, man, look at this fucking thing. Holy shit. What is that fucking thing? That's a big flounder. If that's a flounder, man, let's pull it in, Jay. Come on. Jay, we could get some big money for that if it's a fucking fish, buddy. Come on. Let's fucking hook that shit, and we'll be on the fucking news, man. Come on, man. Let's get that thing.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what the fuck it is, Mike. What is that thing? It needs help, whatever it is, dude. It's dying. Holy shit. Will you look at this shit? Oh my God, Jay. Jay, look at this fucking thing.
It sounds like Bobby
Jay, let's
Kelly.
get it.
Yeah, he's dying, Mike.
Let's get it. Oh man, Jay, that is a fucking, that's a tuna, bro.
No, that was a
Jay, that's a tuna or something. Jay, look at it. Come on.
tuna with the
It's a whale.
fins.
You think it's a whale?
Oh man,
Baby
Jay,
whale?
let's pull it in, Jude. Look at that fucking thing. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God, man, we are seeing some shit we ain't never seen before. But let's get that fucking thing in this boat, Jay. Come on. Yeah. Let's get it in the boat, bro. Come on, you got a hook?
Pause real quick. I love a minute ago was we gotta help it, and now he's like, you got a hook.
Right. What happened to calling the aquarium?
It might be a shark.
I don't know.
But you could tell him anything. You'd be like, it's a mermaid. It's a mermaid,
Dude.
Yeah. I think it's a horse, Mike. Jay!
I don't know what the fuck. What is it? Does anyone have an idea?
I think it's a baby whale or a shark, I'm guessing.
This video is making the rounds, obviously. If any marine biologists know what the fuck this thing is, please give the show a call. What do you
I'll
think?
take our guess and then see
I-
if somebody calls.
I don't know if it's a baby whale. I don't know. It's not a flounder. I know that much. I could.
It
go
wouldn't
on
be
record.
above water if it was a flounder, right?
Well, it's hurt, so who knows? Maybe a tuna. Maybe it's a tuna. Push play.
All right, let's get it. Oh man, you guys are witnessing what me and Jason Foster. This is Michael Bergen and Jason Foster. We're about ready to pull this monstrous
He
fucking
knows
thing on this
going
boat right
viral.
here.
He knows it's
They
going.
have. I love how they have to now make it official. Like they just discovered a new land. Now they're using their last names and everything. They need to go on record. Because this is quite the day for Jay and what's his name?
Michael Bergen.
And Michael Bergen.
But I
right.
like how they're like, put the whole video online. Just put the whole thing up there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like-
There's not a dead spot in this video. We got 1 more minute left. Go ahead.
Steve, I hope you're watching, buddy. Holy shit, will you look at this fucking thing?
Who's Steve?
What is that thing, dude?
You see who's Steve?
Oh my God, look at this thing. Oh my, look at this fucking thing. Holy shit. Holy shit, Jay. Oh my God. Jay's got a little fucking fishing hook. Are you shitting me? That's the hook you come? Oh my God. Oh, we got it. Oh shit, Jay. Oh my fucking God. Oh man, we need to fucking go get that shit, bro. Oh man, we need fucking help, buddy. Oh my God. Jay, that is still good meat on that fucking fish, kid. Am I lying?
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
It's
This is
dying
fucking
of some
crazy.
disease, but I'll eat it.
Oh, why does the video end?
I don't know. He's got fucking fish cancer. He wants to hook it.
Yeah, it's dying of mercury poisoning. Let's eat it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I can listen to those two all day.
Michael
or the
Bergen.
one guy.
He sounds
Can we look
like
him up and try to... I would love to talk to him.
This guy could tell us what we're looking at in the video.
I have to know what else happened.
Yeah, let's give this a shot. Let's go to Brian on Long Island. Brian, go ahead.
Hi, Brian.
How you doing there,
Hey.
boys?
All right. You saw the video?
I saw the video, and I've seen those things in the wild myself, right off the South Shore of Long Island.
What is it?
Yeah, because it's pretty close to shore.
Yeah, no, they come in shore because what they feed on is jellyfish. What their scientific name is mola. And what they are known locally as is called ocean sunfish. And what they do is when they come to the top like that and they're flapping, all they're doing is trying to get parasites off their body because they're covered in leeches and all weird stuff.
Oh, so that thing wasn't dying?
No, not at all. It was healthy as can be, and that's actually a small one, to be truthful. That's probably 200 pounds. I've seen them up to 800-900.
I thought it was more like 180.
Yeah, I was thinking 180.
Wait, you've seen them up to 800 or 900 pounds. What is that? Wow, really? That's
right
like
off of Jones Beach, too. Right off of Long Beach, right off all those areas.
So they come up to get how do they get the parasites off them?
Because when he's flapping, you see him flapping?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
But wouldn't most
You're
fish
right, by the way, because now we're looking up sunfish, and that's definitely what this is.
That's giant.
I don't think I've ever seen a sunfish, or even a picture of one
very
before.
docile. They're not aggressive in the league. As you can see, they're very slow moving. They come right up to the boat. I mean, why they're pulling away from it is because the current's pulling them away from the, fish move slow. The boat's drifting faster than the fish is.
Now,
but it wasn't dying. That's funny. He's dying.
Yeah. Are they hard to see? When you're out there,
they usually stay down there, but when certain times of the year, like now, like I said, they feed on jellyfish, and jellyfish are up in the upper water column a lot.
Yeah.
Jellyfish sting too. These things must have a real. Why would you eat such a stingy, awful, shitty animal?
That's their choice, my friend.
But are these? Can you eat these things?
No.
Oh God,
they're one of the largest bony fish in the seas. Not as opposed to like sharks that aren't bony fish. They're cartilage and things like that. They're one of the largest fish ever caught on a rod and reel. But they don't really bite a line. They kind of get snagged when they catch them.
But there's no good meat on them, really?
No, they're not edible. No.
That's an ugly fish.
So he was lying to Jay. He was fully lying to Jay.
Oh, look at this thing. Google image sunfish if you want to play along at home. That's an ugly, weird fish.
Around the world, it's known as mola, mola.
Yes. Mola.
Yes, sir.
Mola.
Yeah, you nailed it, man.
You're the boys.
I've been on the water a ton in my life. I've never seen a sunfish.
You got to see this real quick. I know you guys aren't, but like off the South Shore of Long Island now is almost like an aquarium now. There is so much more bait since they cut off the boats that there are so many sharks and so many different whales and dolphins and molas that are coming inshore. I mean, within 3 miles of the beach, it's ridiculous offshore right now.
What's that big clump of shit on its back?
That's all growth because they move so slow that they don't. Things like barnacles and weeds and certain parasitic organisms attach themselves to it.
Hey, so wait, what has changed that you're getting to see so many different species of
fish? I'm giving you guys a quick crash course here. What happened is when the bunker, they're menhaden, they're a type of bait fish.
Oh, I know bunker. Yeah, the bluefish love the bunker.
They signed off. They stopped netting them locally. So now that these fish are here in millions, they're pulling like very big sharks, a lot of sharks. I know you guys heard, but a lot of sharks are on them, a lot of striped bass, a lot of bluefish, a lot of things are coming in to feed because there's a lot more food available now than there was 20 years ago.
Well, bunker fish is just shitty fish. Why do they stop netting them?
Well, they're the number one valued fish in the ocean.
Oh, just because everything feeds on them.
No, because lipstick is made out of them, vitamins are made out of them, animal feed is made out of them.
Well, out of what, their oil? Out of bunker fish?
Out of bunker. If you look up omega protein, which is one of the biggest commercial fishing entities in the world, I mean, billions of pounds are accounted for.
I did not know that. Bunker fish don't have teeth, right?
No teeth at all. They're plankton eaters. That's
when you see the bunker fish jumping and moving around, you know the bluefish are underneath them, coming up and chomping away.
We call them happy bunker if they're not going crazy. If they're just flopping on top, they're feeding, having fun, bumping into each other. If you've seen like striped bass eating them, they're in a tight ball and they are going nuts. They're not just flopping.
God, you know your shit. You're a professional fisherman, obviously.
No,
I write a couple articles. That's what I do. Yeah.
Okay.
When you get fish oil, isn't that like the lowest form of fish? Isn't that like the scraps that they just squeeze out?
No, not at all, Rich. Not at all. They extract. They extract the oil. Like bunker's a super oily fish. That's why they use it. So they extract the oil that they need for the fish pills and things like that, and the rest of the byproduct is turned into animal feed for chickens mostly.
Hey, now I got someone in Philly. Stay on the line. They're saying you're wrong. This happens every single time.
Go ahead.
All right, let's go. Kevin in Philadelphia, go ahead. Kevin, I think Brian nailed this thing.
No, so guys, I've been a marine biologist for over 10 years now, and Camden, New Jersey is my actual base location. So these are actually these fat fucking unfunny stangles that swim in the Northeast Atlantic for their bathing. So I think that's one of the key issues that we're forgetting here.
Thank you, Kevin.
I knew he was full of shit because something about he said because I'm based in Camden.
Right. There's only two things I know in the world, boys: girls and fishing. That's two of them. That's it.
You nailed this thing.
I'm a marine biologist, guys, and I'm based in Camden.
Why would you be based in Camden?
I don't know why. It didn't ring true.
I just assumed maybe they have an aquarium, and I don't know.
Despite the fact that I think that he was correct in what the fish is, I think this guy is wrong, and Kevin was actually right about what the fish is.
Bravo to Kevin. That was a
stangle.
That was a very funny call.
When you say sharks are 3 miles out, like, is there a certain?
Can you talk about? Sorry, Rich.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish it.
I mean, is there a certain thing. What stops them from all coming within, a half a mile or a quarter mile?
They are.
So there's an influx of sharks in Long Island.
Within the last 5 seasons, the influx of sharks and the capacity is astronomical. You wouldn't believe. I mean, I've hooked fish out there that I can't stop for a second. They just pull all the line off the reel and they keep going like I never even hooked.
Yeah, the big one that got away. Yeah, go ahead.
No, but we've been fishing off of Robert Mose, local,
Sure.
And at night, I mean, we're casting 30 feet and we're catching sharks up to 150 pounds.
Dude, can I go fishing with you?
You can come anytime you want, brother. The fishing's getting better as the.
I know it is because the water's getting warm. The striped bass are coming back the other way now. Let's do this.
It's on. Yeah, it's on.
I know what I'm talking about a little bit.
And I hook you. The first screaming albacore you catch, and that drag is screaming off there. You have a smile you won't be able to remove from your face, Ope.
Hey, could you explain the shark thing to the people? I mean, the sharks do not have no desire to eat us.
No, they're absolutely not going to attack you. They're not there for you. They're there for the bunker. Pretty. Besides other bait fish.
But every once in a while they bite because they make a mistake, and then they realize, stupid human, and they move on.
Do you think that if a great white attacked you, you would ever get away if it didn't want you?
Right.
Never.
It takes a bite and realizes, all right, this is not my food, and then it moves on. But unfortunately, that bite is brutal.
They're used to eating 1,000-pound, 2,000-pound seals. Your little 200-pound ass is nothing to them.
But why do they get confused and bite every once in a while? And it is very rare.
What do you see when you see people getting struck? It's mostly surfers that are in a lot of white water, a lot of turmoiled water. It's all torn up because they're riding the waves. The shark can't see good. He senses movement, sees something, takes a taste, not what he wants, lets it go and swims away.
Did you see the dolphin video, speaking of surfers?
Which one?
The one that comes flying at the GoPro?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Holy fuck! Can we find that for Jim Norton?
Don't you wish that the sharks would just take a little nibble? Wouldn't that be so much nicer?
Just a little something on the lower end there, Jimmy
just
boy.
take a little nibble and they realize it's not fair.
I think I want to go fishing with Brian, man.
You do, man. Like I said.
Might as well, since you're not going to be seeing Brian at Carnegie Hall. You might. Oh, fuck! God damn it!
The other Brian.
I meant Radio City.
Trout fishing with Vos or whatever up there, Kelly, and going up there and doing it. You come out with me. I'll show you some real wildlife.
I would love to do this. My father-in-law might be coming up soon. Maybe we
have him come out, man. We'll do a nice easy, nothing crazy.
I want to do one of those weird overnight fishing trips that you guys do.
I don't think that's for people that aren't very inept in fishing. It's not something you want to just dabble.
We want to sleep on the boat all night? That sounds horrible. Show me the way to go home.
I think that's why, because that scene is really cool until the sharks start thumping.
But they're all drunk.
I know it, but the sun's sort of coming up. It's about an hour from sunrise, and they're just they're enjoying the hell out of it.
You'd be over it in an hour.
You think?
Yeah, you'd be fucking 8 miles out. And this caller's a nice guy, but by the third time he said mola mola, you'd want to fucking push him in the ocean.
We still haven't seen any mola molas out here.
What do you make a living out of fishing? Is that what
I make lures. I do certain rigs that work better than others. Like I said, I write for a local Long Island magazine. I'm mostly in sales, so it all goes hand in hand.
Well, why don't you give a plug for the publication that you write for?
You can go for Northeast Magazine at northeast.com.
I have a subscription to that.
All right.
There you go.
Brian, hold on the line. I'm actually going to put your number in the phone.
That's good, Ope.
Maybe we could hook up one of these days.
Like I said, I've been a fan with you since way before you even came on to Sirius.
Jesus, thanks, Brian.
All right.
All right. Thanks for the call on the. So it's a sundial, you said.
Goodbye.
Right?
Yeah. Sunfish.
Sunfish. You're right.
Have a great day, guys.
All right.
Goodbye, you too.
I like Brian. He's all right.
Yes,
he's going to take me fucking fishing. I hope he doesn't try to touch me.
You guys are never going fishing.
That'd be funny. You get out there and there's 3 of him and 2 friends.
And I'm 8 miles from shore.
Just repeatedly rape you all weekend.
Or no.
As my fucking head is in the chum bucket.
then it's in the cum bucket.
Den.
I don't like this kind of humor.
No.
Just repeatedly raped 8 miles offshore because I thought Brian was a good guy.
What if it's just you and him, right? And he's cast the line out and he's sitting in the chair and he's like, "Oh, come over here, look at this." And then you walk over and he's just got his cock out, he's waving it.
And they all put a fucking Howard Stern mask on and just
I don't give a fuck about Howard Stern.
I don't know.
What year is this? Who gives a fuck about Howard Stern?
Oh, there's a joke. Baba booty to that joke.
Mola actually means ass raping.
You wouldn't get boat sick out there going out?
Boat sick?
Seasick.
Well, they call it seasick.
Yeah.
I would get very seasick.
Hit or miss on the seasickness. I'm not going to lie to you. Hit or miss.
Yeah.
Little, what is that? The Dramamine?
Yeah, but I don't know how much that well it would work to be immersed in water for 24 hours.
It's hit or miss. If the waves are moving pretty good, yeah, I'm having a tough time.
That'd be brutal.
But what do they say? You focus on something in the boat or the horizon.
Like the vomit bucket. That's what I would focus on.
On your ass fucking.
Like the third guy that's coming into you.
Stop laughing through your joke like you're having a ball.
No, yeah, right?
I'm thinking about it.
You're trying to buy yourself some time.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
That's the fuck
in marriage.
That's the fucking. Come on, folks, don't make me laugh. That's what you just did. Comedians that act like they're having so much fun with the crowd. Yeah.
The third time.
You guys are cracking me up. You're making me laugh. Yeah, it's the worst. Comedians that like act like the crowd's fucking making them laugh too. Terrible.
The worst is the comedian that has the fuck up in his act. You know, the
purposeful one.
Did I just say clit smoking? And then they have to like do it every time. They have to.
Oh, really?
They have to fuck up every time.
Because there was one mistake that they actually improv'd, and then they have to recapture that moment
Yes, it's
night after night.
To watch.
Wow, what's the word? I said, forget about it. Oh, shut up.
Can we go back to Brian? You think I'll be all right if I just...
yes, he seems like a nice guy.
Call some complete stranger and go fishing off Long Island?
It'll never happen. That's never going to happen.
Don't say we. Don't say we. Okay, I've never, ever...
Yes. Oh, you didn't go to the baseball game with me?
Yes, no, you did it, and then I go with you. Yeah, but...
Wait, that's a lot safer than trusting a guy
The guy
with a
didn't
boat
even show up.
8 miles offshore.
No.
What could happen to you at a Yankee game that a stranger could hook you up for?
You gotta take a picture of him, send it to somebody.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. He seems like a nice guy.
We're gonna be hunting mola.
He's in the business. He's a media guy.
We can't find the dolphin. It might be a porpoise even. This video went viral about 2 weeks ago. It's crazy. I think some guy was either surfing or paddle boarding, and all of a sudden,
attack him?
No, this they love the waves, the dolphins, obviously, and the porpoises. And this thing was just jumping up, through the waves, and all of a sudden, one came out of the water. You never saw it before that, and just comes flying right at the guy in his GoPro. If someone has the link to that, so I can show these guys, it'd be great.
It's fucking freezing in here.
Is it cold in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm chilly.
Well,
so I guess that
you're
wasn't.
dying.
I guess that wasn't a baby whale. Wild dolphin jumps at me. This might be it. No. Someone will get the link. It's fine. What else is going on, guys? We got Margaret Cho coming in a few minutes. We should break before that, actually.
Yeah. I think I've met Margaret just very briefly, but I don't think we've ever spoken.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know her at all.
I've never met her.
Wow. Well, I'll make the introductions, guys.
You know her?
I know her. I used to live in Hollywood Hills, and we'd go to her house and have parties. She always had parties.
Can you go to? Don't you have a good story when you went to George Lopez's party?
Ooh.
I'm sure I've told that story 1,000 times.
No, I've never
not the one
heard.
about.
Do tell, dish.
Not the piano story.
Yes,
what
I'm
happened?
sure I've told it.
No, you've never told
What
it.
happened?
I was on a date with a fellow named Nathan Fillion.
He was the actor, right?
He's an actor. He's on some
very good
show.
looking, right?
Castle. He's the lead of Castle.
I've never seen that.
This was before he was like a little bit famous then.
Yeah.
Firefly.
How do you know this awful?
That was right when he filmed the pilot for Firefly.
What's he look like?
He's,
Nathan what?
He's no Rich Voss, I'll tell you that.
Put a picture of him. You'll see it.
I think one of your exes was in the opening of the Emmys too, right?
Who's that?
I don't know. They did some long "Who Gives a Fuck" sketch to start the Emmys.
Oh, okay.
And then my wife said, "Oh, Bonnie used to." That's Bonnie.
Oh, that's Nathan Fillion.
No, that was the BET Awards.
Same guy.
Yeah. But it wasn't like he was an ex-boyfriend. I mean, we dated, we did stuff. Yeah.
He's got to be packing. Look at the size of him.
He did stuff.
That's a very.
Yes, of course.
Good girl.
He enjoyed his balls being licked.
Oh, wow.
Am I going to get sued for that?
No, I don't think any guy would take you to court and argue, I don't like my balls.
But like out of all the hot girls
Just be
in
safe,
Hollywood,
say his
why
dick
would
is
you?
really
I don't know. But he did.
You know what I mean?
He did a few weird things. Like he showed me pictures of his ex-girlfriends, like, and they were really hot. I
Yeah,
think he was
maybe
like,
he was working on a
hey, you want
movie
to
or
step it up a
something.
little?
No, that was like saying that you better bang me because I don't need to be here. And it worked.
He
Good for
did
him.
not. No, listen, we went on like, I don't know, 8 dates before he made a move.
That's why I don't read a
Like
book.
he held my hand in a movie. It was so uncomfortable. Like I pretended to be a normal girl. It was like, I went along with it. But
He held your hand
What
in a
movie
movie.
did you see?
yes. Oh God, it was A Beautiful Mind.
Oh, wow.
All right,
Romantic.
good choice for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Held your hand in a
He
movie.
held my hand, and
I didn't
we
even
went
hold
and
your
looked
hand
at.
walking down the aisle.
We went and looked at Christmas lights.
Is that him right there?
Yeah.
We
He's
went.
good head of hair on him. Jesus.
He got chubby since you dated him.
Yeah,
huh?
look at that.
Yeah, he looks a
like
little
a
different.
bloated Adam Ferrara.
Ferrara? Ferrara?
Your accent is confusing and enraging.
He's one of
like
those.
your accent
He gave me a
Ferrara?
gift almost every date.
Wow.
Like once was a Swiffer set.
He
like,
gave you what?
Like,
He gave you what? I'm
A
sorry.
gift?
yes.
I usually hand gifts at the end of the date.
He gave me a gift.
Get it?
He brings brings a little something.
That's nice. He's the thoughtful guy.
And he got
He
me
cleaned out his
he got me a
closet.
book that was like how to talk to people or something like that. It was like a.
Oh, no. He's trying to convince you that he was about ready to fucking stop seeing you.
It was like no, that was like our second date or something. He was like, I said, I think I told him I was,
Was this after
not good in
Mark?
social situations, and so he bought me a book.
Well, this
He's a
was
nice
after
guy.
Mark.
Mark.
Her boyfriend she lived with.
Stop! Do you have
I'm
to
just-
bring him up all the time?
Why
It's
does he
like-
bring him up?
Oh, you bring him up all the time.
I
yeah.
never do.
Why does
We're
he bring
fooling
Mark
around.
up?
You're allowed to.
Raina,
She can't hear it.
look. Daddy knows.
Oh, Raina's
I told
here?
her
I
not
didn't
to
even see
tell
Raina.
you.
What do you mean? When you were watching the Emmys with her, you
Told
said,
her, and then she goes, "Oh my God, does Daddy know?" And I said, "Just don't talk to him about it. He'll get mad."
Raina, come here. Come here.
See, he looks handsome.
So wait, why
Yeah,
why
that
doesn't
was-
he?
in
Who's
that
Mark that
picture.
you don't bring up? He doesn't like when you bring Mark up.
He brings up
Why do you
my
bring Mark
ex-boyfriend
up?
Mark all the
because
time.
that determines
and
what.
he's
I didn't
mean
know if-
a little bit about
I'm not
it.
mean about Mark. I like Mark. I
Does
like
he
Mark
ask you how
better. I
well
like-
endowed Mark was?
No.
No, he's never asked that.
No, Mark was
Really?
a good- no, Mark is a comic. He was a cool dude.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
guitar
See,
actor.
that's what you always bring up. You
Well, because that's
always
what people know him by.
No, come on.
Is he bringing it up?
Yes.
He's a
Is he
very
great?
funny guy.
I didn't say he was. I've never said he wasn't funny. I was friends with him before I knew you. Okay. And I say, but people know him from the guitar. Audience people.
All right. I don't know him.
You do. If I said his last name, you would know him.
Write it down because I don't know him. I don't know what's a big secret, but I don't want to say his name publicly. If he,
No, he's a nice guy. He's a great
I'm not
guy.
saying stop saying he's a nice guy. I know what that means. Shut up.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I'm only kidding.
He wrote down the name of a black comedian. It's funny.
Oh, what the fuck is it? Just slipped my mind.
really?
Yeah.
Mark David something.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
You know
That's
him,
fine.
right?
I knew that. I knew that. He's a funny guy.
Okay,
Yes,
this is
yeah.
wonderful.
It's in the book. It's all in the book, folks.
That Vos will not read. He will not read his wife's book.
Well,
Not yet,
these are
anyway.
some of the stories that I might get.
Upset about.
Yes.
Oh, this might be it. Oh, hold on. This might be it. We'll tweet this and put it on our Facebook page. It's a visual, obviously. They're surfing dolphin body slam. Yes.
Oh yeah. What the fuck is that kid?
Yeah, you're not gonna get great audio from this.
Good old MattMinich.com.
But this visual's ridiculous.
I'd love to put the other audio on this.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Watch this. Just out of nowhere.
Wow.
Pretty crazy,
The
right?
fucking dolphin. It jumped. Did it land beneath him or hit him?
I think I don't know. It looks like maybe just beneath him, but that definitely knocked him off his paddleboard.
Yeah.
Wow, that would kill you.
That was kind of a
Can you
big
imagine?
buildup.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine if that fucking hit you in the head?
What was there was a little kid killed on a boat recently by like one of those flying fish. A 5-year-old girl. They were on like one of those boats, and you know that like there's those flying fish
Yeah.
that will just jump out.
Yeah.
And they do kill people if they hit you and you're on a rowboat or a motorboat in a rowboat. You're fucking dead.
Why? How big are they?
I don't know, but they're pretty. Can we look that up? Because
I don't want to see that.
they don't show.
No,
There's no
not
video.
that.
It's just a story. I'm just wondering how big the fish are.
They're
They
not
kill
that-
adults too.
They're not that big.
Don't get all
If they
sensitive.
kill adults, that's fine. But
No, I'm just saying this.
I don't think they're more than like 18 inches or so.
It's big enough to hit if you smash you in the head.
Of course. Especially if you're on a boat going pretty fast.
How big are those flying fish? Kid, how big are those flying fish, kid?
Kid, call the aquarium.
It's dying.
Wish I could do the accent. God, that's Boston, though. There's a million guys that sound exactly like that.
That guy's going to be casted tomorrow in something.
Absolutely. You haven't heard the last of that guy.
That guy is
a leaping it's a sturgeon. She's boating with her family. I'd like to ask the Pope that if I met him. Can you explain that one?
Right.
All this stuff about mystery and good stuff. How do you explain why this shit happens? A couple of people are going fishing.
Yeah, I don't know.
In a Fiat.
I don't know. Well,
he won't get into the pomp and circumstance. I like this guy.
What if they just answered everything with the gays?
You can thank the queers for that, my son.
Yes.
She died after getting hit by the fish on the river.
I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I suppose see how big the fish is, you fucking sensitive
There
people.
it is. That's big.
That's about 18 inches. I nailed it.
Right.
That looks like about
Whoa,
an 18
he really
inch.
knows his inches.
There you go. You know what? I'm going to go bigger than 18 inches. You got to push maybe 20 to 24 on that one.
Okay.
What's the average size of a sturgeon?
And they jump out, and you're fucking in a boat, and your head smashes that thing.
That's just... Oh, no, that's way more than 24 inches right there.
Oh,
That's
man.
That's a big one.
That's like 4 feet.
But that's not the one that hit him.
No, that doesn't...
not that particular one, no.
Oh, man. Fuck yeah, look at that.
Another ugly fucking fish, the sturgeon.
I don't like the way you just said that to me, Jim. It's very
What?
aggressive.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
When's the last
It
time...
was very clever wordplay on my part.
It's off topic because I'm watching this on the news. When's the last time the Pope did come to this country?
I don't know if he's been here. I think it's his first time. Oh, this Pope's first time.
Well, any Pope.
I don't know if Benedict came or not.
I don't think he came to the United States.
Yes.
I think it's been a really long time since
Does
a Pope
he need a
came
passport?
to America.
That's
Or
a
did they
good
just-
question. I think they just let him in.
He just walks on the water.
Right.
Yeah.
All
Points
right.
at the
This
clouds.
weekend at the Arlington Cinema Draft House, come see Bonnie and I for the last time together on stage until we do our next theater.
No, because
And
he keeps
next week-
booking me with him, and I don't like working with him, so I don't want to do it anymore.
No, well, she shouldn't work with me because she should be headlining, but it's a two-headliner show.
Benedict was here, by the way. Look at that fucking
was?
creepy face.
What was he here?
Oh, he's the worst.
7 years ago. Okay.
He's the worst.
He's my favorite. You know why? Because he's exactly what they represent. They
He
try
looks like a
they try
rat.
to soften it, but
Yeah.
that's...
He's a rat face.
Isn't that his name?
They made him retire. That's so fucked up.
Rat face Benedict?
He was the first one to retire in, 600 years?
600
if I
years.
remember
It's
correctly.
all about that pedophile scandal, and they needed a new image.
New face.
Okay, that documentary, it was an HBO documentary about the priest that raped all these kids. And Ratzenberg, I think his real name is.
Yeah.
Cardinal Ratz. He was the one where all the fucking abuse scandal.
And they picked the new pope knowing all that we needed.
He's a humble guy,
down-to-earth
a better
guy,
image. Yeah.
all that.
Wasn't a lot of it...
That was well calculated.
Wasn't a lot of it out of Boston area?
Cardinal Law, yeah, that was a big one.
It was everywhere.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
No, I'm not pin. I'm saying
Sorry, I don't mean to yell at you.
I'm not saying...
Why yelling at Rich? He's a Jew. He has nothing to do with it.
It was across the board.
Everywhere.
It was
East Coast.
everywhere.
You don't hear these stories from the...
I got enough people in Philly to know that it was everywhere.
But it's always East Coast. You don't hear Midwest.
Philly had
and
it
out
rough.
West.
But isn't it hard to maintain your religion and to be like, oh, the Pope and the bishops and whatever they're called, when they've knowingly covered up this scandal for so long? How do you still believe in your religion? I mean, I guess you can still believe in the religion, but the actual...
They've taken a beating. They really have taken a beating. And they said it's starting to happen like in South America, too. Mm-hmm. They were untouchable for centuries, and they've taken a real beating in the last 20 years. Just now that people can communicate and speak out and...
Right.
Whatever. There's some good people in the church, but...
I'm sure, I know, I get that, yes, there's of
I know what you
course,
mean,
there's
yeah.
good people, but it's like, at what point do you stop sending your kids to, whatever these things, I don't know what
It's
happens in the
amazing how
church.
people knowing this would still send their kids to these fucking predators.
Yes.
I go to church here and there, and when you see the old priest, you look at him like you know something.
Yeah.
You just know something. I'd rather see a younger priest, because then you're starting to think, maybe they're, starting anew.
Yeah.
But the old guys, you're like, come on, what did you know back in the day?
Absolutely.
But whatever. I mean, there's a lot of really good people that work for the church, for real.
There's also a lot of pieces of shit that work for
There were a lot of pieces of shit.
There's a lot of cover up.
I would never.
A lot of cover up. They would just move the priest from one place to another and not even tell them the new place what was going on. But the people knew why this priest all of a sudden came to their community. But they weren't stupid.
But then, and also the parents with the blinders on and not seeing that this was going on. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Not to blame the parents, but
I mean that happens too throughout communities when it's not even a fucking priest. You know, a parent knows that the stepdad or someone's doing this, and they fucking just.
How could you? I don't understand how you couldn't.
I'd lose my fucking mind. You'd have to kill someone.
Well, it's like the parents that would choose their husband over their children, I guess, or whatever.
Yes.
It's like. I mean, maybe it says a lot about our marriage, but I mean, there's no way.
I would choose my golf clubs over you, more or less.
Yes, okay.
Going with Bonnie's point, when I was growing up, we had an extra sister because of that very reason. The father rejected his own daughter for his new wife, so we brought her in. Yeah, she was.
What do you mean his new wife didn't want the kid around?
Nah, didn't really like the daughter, but like
who the fuck?
How does she? But like,
she became our sister for about 3 or 4 years, and then all of a sudden one day, her boyfriend came with a white pickup truck, grabbed all her shit, and we never saw her again.
Oh my God, that poor thing.
But she was in our family and was considered a sister.
How old
was
she?
About 3. I don't even know how many years, but it was at least, maybe it was more than 3 years. I don't know. But the story goes that the father was getting remarried, and the new broad there didn't like the.
But how did the new broad say to like? You know, it's like it was hard. I couldn't get him to get rid of his old furniture when I moved in. Do you know what I mean? Like, how does the new chick say to the husband, "Hey, you know, I'd love to
I don't
be
know.
married to you, but you got to get rid of the gal's gonna
I was
go."
too young to know the full story, but that was the story told to us. That the reason she's here is because father's getting remarried, and it's not.
I mean, you know this when you have kids. The depth of love is so much deeper than
I wouldn't blow off my kids for a
There's
new
no
woman.
way.
Get the fuck out of here.
Depends on how big her tits are.
Well,
hey
good
guys,
point,
let's
Jimmy.
be honest here.
What if she had an extra piece or not?
Yeah, exactly. Big tits, fully functional, over 8. Sign the kid up.
My father's second marriage, he married a lady in California, moved out there. Who the fuck would move across country
away from the kids?
Your father, a 100% understandable move.
His father, who thanked himself at Thanksgiving. We all went around the table. What are we thankful for? And his father thanked himself.
No, he didn't.
So yes, now we know he really did.
For what? I didn't know.
He said, I looked in the mirror and I realized.
No, a greeting card. He read.
It was like two
He wasn't
things.
trying to be funny?
No, and he said he thanked himself for living as long as he's lived.
So now we know where Rich got it.
I was just going to say.
It's 100%.
His granddaughters were sitting right across from him.
And he thanked himself instead of his granddaughters?
I didn't know narcissism was fucking hereditary.
I'm not a narcissist.
You're blindingly narcissistic.
I'm a
There's so many
Shut up.
things I
It's a self-centered business.
Shut your I know. I'm in it.
It's
and I'm a self-centered person too.
Yes.
You're a blinding narcissist.
No, I'm not.
No,
But I
everyone's
love you.
self-centered, of course.
Yes.
It's you're you've got to survive. It's a survival thing. But there's a tipping point.
Yeah.
I think you're the most narcissistic person I know.
Exactly.
I swear
he
to
was
God.
talking to a mirror. Your narcissism. You walk around like a pig pen. Like you know Pigpen had that stink on him?
Yes.
That's your narcissism. It's wrapped up around you.
No,
Shut up. It's okay.
Okay, we'll see.
How will we
going to see?
How will we see?
We'll take a test.
Ask the Pope.
But we love you just the same there,
Yes.
Rich Voss.
No,
it's fun hearing.
No, it makes you know.
It's fun hearing
You've
you
got a
talk
good
about
heart
yourself
still.
for 2 straight
Are you
hours
great, guy?
while we're playing golf.
I've not said one thing about myself since I've been here. My goodness.
Really?
With that dumb furry, I hate your hat.
I got
Why are
three
you
of them.
going?
It's
Why are you
fuzzy.
dramatically putting your hat
Exactly.
on after that
Because we're
statement?
taking a break.
Yeah, where are you going?
Bing Crosby right now.
All right, what do we got? We got Bonnie McFarlane has a great book that's going to be out in February, but you can pre-order it on Amazon.
You're better than me. Thank you.
You're better than me.
I
And
want
you're going to come in. Is she allowed to come in by herself?
Yes, I don't give a fuck what. Yes.
It's a promoter book?
Yes.
He wanted to come in.
Thank you, Rich.
When can we do this?
We. That's funny. And Jimmy's got a couple things going on.
Minneapolis, Friday, 2 shows at Mill City Nights, and then Saturday is 1 show in Detroit.
When are you going to Minneapolis? When are you flying in?
Thursday afternoon. Now, with the day the Pope comes, but I got to go to LaGuardia, so we're going to leave very early.
Are you going to do Tom Bernard?
What's Tom Bernard?
Radio in Minneapolis.
I don't know.
You never done Tom's show? I hear good things about him.
I don't know.
Yeah, you should do it.
You should do it. He'd probably have you.
I've only been
I don't
in
know him
Minneapolis
personally,
once.
but I've heard great things about him. Anyway, we should take a break.
Wait, hold on. This weekend we'll be at the Arlington Cinema.
We said that already.
No, not
That's
this
how this whole
weekend.
thing started. You realized, which I was proud of you, being a radio host. You were like, "Wow, it's getting a little dead in this room. I'm gonna go to the plug," meaning we could go to break.
Okay, but
You took control there for a second.
My 151 IQ CD
It's a
is
lie.
on Raw Dog. Shut up. And I'm waiting for them to put it on Comedy Legends.
Okay.
Which they said they would.
Well, all right, we can
What are
talk
they gonna
about that
say?
for an hour after we get back.
What are they going to say?
Margaret Cho is going to be here next. We've never met her. I'm looking forward to this.
She's fun.
All right,
And then a
we'll
little
be
later
back.
on, Guys We Fucked. That's the name of the podcast.
That's
I don't
nice
know their
language.
I don't know their names. I should know this by now, considering they're coming in.
We have it in front of it. Do we have? Where's their one sheet?
You'll have it in the break.
Yeah, we'll have it.
Yeah.
No worries. Anyway, we'll be back. Yeah, we're back with Rich Vos, Bonnie McFarlane, and Margaret Cho outside the studio. We got to get her in because we only have her for a few minutes.
Where is she?
Yeah, I think Roland went down to get her. I was just talking to her.
But why wouldn't he have her here ready?
I don't know.
There he is.
That's a lot of people.
Can they give me
Another person I don't know. There's Margaret Cho. There she is.
Hello. Hi, Margaret.
We have never met you before. I've never met Margaret Cho.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know. You and I have met very briefly, but we've actually never. I don't think we've ever talked for more than hello. Walking
I
by.
don't know why. I enjoy you're very funny. I enjoy you for a long time. So.
Oh, thank you. I saw you walk
Love
by in the
you.
hallway one time. I don't think you saw me. I was like, hello, and you didn't say anything. I'm like, oh, she either hates me or doesn't know me. But it probably was just one of those things.
I was just high. I was high. Sorry. I seem like a bitch when I'm high.
Oh, okay. No, you didn't seem like a bitch. You just seemed like you were just
Out of it.
just going somewhere. Yeah.
I want to know if that's a true statement. Are you sort of bitchy when you get high?
I don't remember. So that's probably the bad part.
Okay.
When you have no idea.
Do you get high a lot?
No, because after a certain point of getting high your whole life, you really can't get high anymore. Your head just gets kind of warmer, I think. Like your forehead gets warmer. I don't know.
What's your favorite way of doing it now with all the options?
I like smoking dabs, although
What's a dab? I don't know what a dab is.
A dab is a concentrated form of THC. It's shatter dab. It's basically the pure THC. So if you smoke pot that's very strong, it's 25% THC. Dab is 85 to 90%. So it's very strong, and you can only really use it if you have a blowtorch. So that's kind of not a good thing for a stoner to have a blowtorch.
No, not at all.
It's basically the free base of pot.
It is free base of pot. And so I don't know. I know my way around a blowtorch because I'm a chef, so it's sort of okay, but it's not the easiest thing, and so and it's a little harsh on the lungs.
And how many hits can you do?
About half of one.
That's it.
Yeah, but you're so high that you can't. You can't believe it. It's just like being a stoner for the first time. It's like being in your parents' basement when you're 14. It's that feeling of being high.
So you're still getting high.
So you're still getting high, but you need the blowtorch.
But you had to go to the dabs.
Yeah.
To get the buzz.
At that point.
Are you productive when you're high?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you can work and stuff?
Yeah. I'm very good in the kitchen when I'm high. I'm very, very good in the, I can't do stand up when I'm high. Yeah. I get really paranoid because it's like, why is everybody looking?
Oh, yeah.
And that's really confusing. And I have a hard time like doing talk shows. Like I've done like Snoop Dogg's talk show, and we got way too high. I can't. I get confused, and I don't think I'm good in that arena.
It seems like it seems like he never actually gets high. I mean, obviously he smokes pot all the time, but I can't tell the difference between Snoop straight and Snoop on dope.
I think it's sort of for him, it's a constant. What I think he's addicted to. I think he's addicted to rolling. You know those people who just roll and then they hand it off. That's what he does. Is he rolls expertly and then hands it to you and then starts rolling another one. He takes one hit, rolls one, takes a hit, and hands it to you.
Right.
And then that's the sort of constant.
And he just has an even buzz all day.
Maybe, yes.
Probably.
When I was in a full-blown drug.
You were?
It wasn't just getting high, it was the whole thing around it. Going to cop, getting the money, being up in Harlem. It was the whole night, not just doing...
You liked being up in Harlem, scoring?
Yeah, it was just because it was so...
Ritual?
No, because it was so you're not supposed to do this. And everything was so dangerous and edgy. And, it led up to the final, hey, I'm smoking freebase now. But, I mean, the whole thing around it, getting the money, where you're going to get the money from.
You ever freebase or go any harder than...
Yeah, I have a pretty, my range of sort of drugs is like more, I'm never very good with freebasing or cocaine or crack or anything, but I do like a prescription painkiller. And this comes from living in the South for many years. So that's the disease I caught is their prescription painkiller problem. It's a Kennesaw, Georgia issue. It's a lot. Wow. They have a lot of minute clinics, so you can get huge amounts of what is pretty much heroin. And I think it's probably even crazier now because they have the new super oxycodone, which is Zohydro. So that's almost like more intense than heroin. So I'm glad I don't go back there.
Well, those mini clinics don't really even have doctors. They have nurse what are they called? Practitioners.
Yeah. I don't even know. I think they do have doctors, but the doctors are not necessarily practicing, or they're not necessarily ethically practicing. So you can go in and sort of get anything.
But just complain, they'll give you a prescription.
Yeah.
I found, though, that pot made me way more paranoid than Coke. That pot was like almost like so strong.
Of course.
It does?
No, Coke makes you paranoid. Coke makes you hide behind the fucking curtains paranoid.
Yeah. It's been a really long time, but I remember you get a lot more confidence on Coke.
I think maybe the more you do. I mean, the problem with cocaine is that it has such a short half-life or something in the body that, by the time you've ingested it, it's almost gone. The high about cocaine really is procurement. It's getting the money, like you were saying, going and getting the drug, going on that project. That is the high, I think. But the actual drug itself in the body for me was never good. But they do use cocaine when they tattoo my back because I have a very cool tattoo artist who read Memoirs of a Tattoo Artist or something like Memoirs of a Geisha or something. And he said that in the 1800s they used to use cocaine to sort of quell the pain, so he puts that in my back. I bought him a baggie, and so he puts it in the water and the ink, and it does help. I can sit for longer.
It numbs it.
It numbs it.
You notice a difference.
I notice a difference.
I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, I noticed that I can sit there, and that was also the only time I've ever been pulled over for driving under the influence. Even though I wasn't high at all, I was so paranoid.
Right, because you don't know if it's going in or not.
Yeah,
right?
But it was in my back, and I knew that nobody would believe that it's in my back, but it's not in my brain. I don't know. It's kind of stupid.
What kind of tattoo you got on your back?
You got great
I have
a giant piece.
I have my entire back. I can show you my entire back is tattooed. My entire body is tattooed. My stomach, my back, my butt, my legs.
What do you have on your butt?
Knees. On my butt, I have two women's faces that are Victorian, like they're like shadow boxes, and it looks like they're looking at each other. So it's like these two faces, so they're looking at each other, so that when I twerk, which I do, it looks like they're talking to each other, like they're having an animated conversation. So that's my...
Is there one on each cheek?
There's one on each cheek, and their noses, I said, tell the artist, don't put the nose too close to my hole because my body's not a joke. right. But that's just what happened.
You didn't want it to be a punchline, right?
Yeah. So, but I'm all tattooed.
Yeah, you got a lot of tats. You got really nice work.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Oh my God. Yeah. Wow, wait.
Holy fuck.
That's pretty impressive.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Oh my God, there's a great... What is that face in the front with the Medusa?
Wow.
That is Medusa.
That's awesome.
With 13 snakes coming out.
Where did it hurt the most?
Where did it hurt the most? Behind and in front of the knees, which is so terrible.
God.
But I have the stupidest tattoos on my knees. I have Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. So it looks like $6. So it's dumb. Because I have... The whole point is that I have a one-man band, and so I play guitar, and then I want to put knee cymbals between my knees so I can do that thus. That's sort of like clapping.
How many tattoos do you have?
I think at this point I probably have something around 85.
No kidding.
If you break them down to separate little pieces.
Do you want your entire body tattooed over?
Well, now I can't tolerate the pain anymore, and I don't take any kind of painkiller or pain. You know, I can't take pills or anything like that. So I just have a lot of empty spaces. Now, you know, maybe I could have a child. Maybe your child can color them in.
Well, no. Troy, the guy here, says there's a cream now that they put on you.
Yes.
And I every time, like, I won't do my elbows because I'm too scared it's going to hurt.
It hurts.
The elbows.
You have a lot of work too.
Yeah, but I'm scared. You know,
he's gotten this all done in the last 3 months.
What's that? What'd you say?
I said you've gotten all the work done in the last 3 months.
No, I've had this over the years.
Oh, literal Rich.
Oh, Richard. No, but when I met you, you didn't have any.
I had upper.
You just had a little bit of tattoos, and then you
a little upper arm tattoo.
Do you ever regret one? That's why I never got one because I'm scared.
Being married. Yes.
I don't know if I know I don't regret any. I mean, at this point, like, all of mine are built from my relationships with tattoo artists, so they're all my friends, and I often say, like, oh, I don't care what you put. And then, so there's every part of my body sort of dedicated to a different person. So,
but they're so beautiful. Like, your
you.
tattoos are so nicely done. The color is so good. I feel like yours are too dark.
No, because I'm dark skinned. Her skin is fairer than mine, stupid. And
don't say stupid.
What? Yeah, why would you say stupid?
Don't say that's Bonnie.
Why would you say that to Bonnie?
I didn't mean in a bad way.
No, how is stupid in a good way?
Yeah, how is that?
That's stupid.
I feel like I'm here to teach young women, making bad choices in their life. This is what can happen.
Your upper left arm is very dark, though.
Yeah, because this is a cover-up.
That looks like your arm was burned.
I love it. I think it's beautiful. You have wonderful tattoos.
Yeah, take that shirt off.
All right.
Get that shirt off.
You look great.
At that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You look great.
Yeah, make it fudge a little bit. Show it off. God gave it to you. Boy.
You look great. You look like you could be a model for Gay Calendar.
Wait, where?
Oh,
that's a big compliment. That's a big compliment.
He'll love you forever. That's going to be brought up a lot.
You really could be. Yeah, you're like Mr. February.
The shortest month.
Yo, that was stupid.
Or July.
Margaret, what are you promoting? You're promoting Psycho, right?
I'm here because of the Pope.
Right.
No, no, I don't know. Oh, I have a Showtime special coming out on Friday. It's the 25th of June at 9 p.m. It's called Psycho. The show is actually called There's No I in Team, but there is a show in Psycho. And then I will be touring everywhere. I was almost going to do a show in Warsaw, which got canceled. I don't know why. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah. But do you tour internationally?
I do. I do a lot of shows. Actually, I'm more popular in Europe. I love that. I feel like, when I go there, I feel like I'm Josephine Baker or something. Or like I'm Ella Fitzgerald. Yes. Like I'm like the American jazz singer nobody understands here. So I go there and they worship me. But I actually...
Where have you been? What countries over there?
I go to Finland, Norway, Switzerland. I'll go to... Belgium for the first time this year. I go to Paris often. Not the rest... Paris and Cannes. Not too much of the rest of France, which I would like to go to. A lot of shows in England, which I think is hard. It's hard. England's rough.
Do you have to switch up? Do you have to change anything? You just do what you do.
You don't really have to change anything because they really do speak English and they do pay attention to American movies and TV, so you don't have to really switch anything. But I think it's all hard, but it's fun.
Why is it hard?
Mm-hmm. I think England is hard because they're not used to Asian people talking. So, like, when I literally have gone on stage and I've gotten booed on the way to the microphone because they see an Asian woman coming and they're mad already. And I'm like,
what?
What are they mad at?
Well, they're
Wait,
still
I
mad.
thought we were the only racist.
That they had to give up control of Hong Kong.
No, yeah. Well, they're mad that I broke up the Beatles. And I'm like, why are you still mad? Don't still be mad about that. They're
It's so weird they're mad already.
But they get mad, but then you have to win them over, and that's good.
Isn't it different now, though, because they know you? They have
yeah,
to, you know.
yeah, and it's good. It's good. It's always good there.
I mean, where you're working, it's base. You have a big fan base, so they're coming. They're not going, "Hey, let's go see comedy." They're going, "Let's go see Margaret."
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm talking about like if you do like a late night spot somewhere. Like if I have my own shows, then it's great.
Yeah.
But if you're doing like a spot at any of like the comedy clubs, it's quite. It can get quite combative because British comedy is really a social instigator, and they want to talk to the comic. They want to have, it's not about the show, they want to have interaction. So that's why they have comedy in like all the pubs so they can talk.
Well, when we were there too, everybody had 3 drinks in front of them. I guess because was there no table service? They had to go and get them.
I would assume.
Remember when they were drinking so much.
I want to. Now I'm going to go over there. A comedian says it was great when they traveled to Europe. I want to go to Europe now.
should.
Bill
You've
Burr's
never
been
done
telling me
it?
for years. No, I've never been.
You really should.
I know.
You would be surprised at your
Yeah.
fan base there too. That they're really
There's
into.
none.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They're really into edgy, really smart comedy. They love Louis C.K. They love Bill Burr. I do very well. And you think about it, they were the first people to really, really go for Bill Hicks. You know,
Yeah,
Bill Hicks had to go to
Right. Stanhope
London.
does well over there too. I think.
Stanhope is literally a god in London. Stanhope, if he says I want to do a show there, he gets a theater, a couple thousand seats. It's booked solid for an entire month. Like an entire month. So you really see how they appreciate the intelligence of him and the honesty of him. So you would do just as well.
I think he's probably in the top 5 best comics of our era.
I think Doug Stanhope is probably, if not the greatest, one of the greatest comedians of all time.
Yeah.
And the thing about him is that he doesn't care that he is.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about that. He just simply is and
Yeah.
keeps doing his work and doing him, which I
Or he
admire
might
so
care.
much.
He might care, and he just can't change it. Do you know what I mean?
also
Like, there's, you know. whatever.
Also, I think Maria Bamford is up there
Oh,
when
she's
it comes
incredible.
to just at a whole nother level of comedy.
She's amazing though because she doesn't go on the road on the weekends. She will do shows. She does like Monday, Tuesday, 7 p.m. shows. And because she knows her audience is coming, so she doesn't have to deal with all of the stuff that comes with going to a comedy club and sort of being the headliner and the check spot and all that stuff, you know.
What is her audience? Does she have a specific demo, you mean, or just people who like her?
People who like her who are all different, who are all, you never know, you know, it's always very, very, very different. I worked with her a couple of times and I'm just always impressed by her and just the people that she brings in and what she's able to talk about and do. So I love her. I mean, her special where the only audience is her parents and Wayne Fetterman is the greatest.
Yeah, we talked about it. She did in her living room.
I love it.
In her fucking living room on a couch.
It's so
Wayne
brilliant.
Fetterman was there too.
Yeah, he did. He played the piano.
Oh, okay.
And then her mom and dad.
Rich, you should do your next special just like in a theater, but only 2 people came.
Yeah, why not? Make
I'd be a method
I think
comic.
exactly, and you have to fucking paper at least half of them.
I think that would be a great special, though.
Yeah.
A theater with just a couple people in it. I'm surprised no one has tried that yet. Hey, I want to go back to, you said Finland. I'm fascinated about Finland.
It's great.
How many
great.
times have you gone?
I've gone there just once before. Now I'll do my second show there. They're so beautiful. These people, you cannot believe how good looking they are. I mean, it's just the farther north you go, and then there's a point where then people just start to look Asian. Then you're like, you know, they get real. They're so white, they're Asian. So now it's like a Bjork effect. So they're all very, very Bjorky. I do very well there. They're so happy to see me. Everybody's eating some kind of a fermented fish, and it's gorgeous. And they laugh, but they're so shy. They don't want to offend you by laughing. So they laugh and they stop themselves, you know, like, and they're so proud. And everybody wants to meet you after the show. It's just a really incredible country to go with. Norway also.
Did you wander around Finland and check out the sights?
I just walked around. It was snowing. It was winter, so I could see only sort of the streets, but it was very magical. It's almost like another world.
But when you went there, were you already known there, or did you have to build up a following?
They knew who I was, and they were super excited.
That's fucking great.
It's incredible. But you'll see they know you, and they really appreciate you. They love American comedy.
Did they really tell you when you were, sorry, Rich, did they really tell you when you were doing your show that you weren't Asian enough, or did they teach you how to be more Asian?
Yes. When I was doing All American Girl, this is 21 years ago, I was told, first of all, too fat to play myself. So you're too fat for anybody to believe that you're you. You can't be that fat. And then, and I was like,
yeah, you were tiny.
I was teeny tiny, and I was also very young, and I'm kind of like, well, I'd never heard that before, so I never thought about having to. I only thought about my act. I never thought about my looks. So then I was really shocked, that was happening, and then also they hired an Asian consultant to help us be more Asian. So they hired 2 different people from UCLA to come and sort of create an atmosphere of Asianness.
What did they tell you to do that you weren't doing?
Like, maybe you should try some chopsticks in that scene, or what? And then,
God!
I wanted to put Spam as a prop in a scene, and then they were like, "Oh no!" And I'm like, "What? That Spam is like the most Asian food there is. I mean, that's just so Asian." So.
Why'd they say no? That it wasn't Asian?
They just thought it was inauthentic, but it is very authentic.
They didn't make you put like poison in dog food.
No. But they did put all our girl children in the snow. we did have to sew a lot of Nike shoes.
There was she was pretty hot at one time, a Japanese
Tamayo Otsuke.
What happened to her?
She, I think, lives in Japan. I think she went back. I think she's great. She was an opener for Sam Kinison. They were an item.
Right.
So they were dating for a long time, and so she opened for him. She was hilarious.
in a documentary or something. I saw something about this.
Yes, she's great. She's great. She's one of my heroes. But she was the only person that I could say was like me, but she was not really, because she was from Japan. And so, I don't know. I think she does shows over there, but she's awesome.
Yeah, she was cool when I met her. She was real nice. This was years ago.
It is amazing in 21 years how much diversity has sort of come around in the comedy community.
Just to hear a network say that, like, we got to Asian this up a little bit, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
I know.
Like that, like they think, it reminds me of that scene in Crash when Tony Danza comes in and he says to Terrence Howard, I thought Jamal was the smart one. Like trying to get him to talk blacker or something. I guess they really do that.
Well, I think what's good is that there's more, and ABC has really come through, because after my experience with them, it took 21 years, but now they have 2 Asian American shows, Fresh Off the Boat, which premiered last night, 2nd season, and the new show, Dr. Ken, which is starring Ken Jeong, who is my friend, and I'm on that show.
I saw Fresh Off the Boat last night. It just happened because we were watching the Muppets, and then that came on after. It's not a bad show.
It's a really good show.
It's not a bad show.
You're so far ahead of the curve.
Well, I helped these guys out a lot too. Like when they started, they they both kind of contacted me. We've been talking all this time, and so I'm proud to have lent a hand to both of them. And for me, it's a dream realized. Like I actually did the show, but it's like they actually got it on, and it's staying on, and I'm proud of them.
Yes. Yeah.
It's good.
Well, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, and I love your movie. I love your movie so much.
Oh, thank you.
Bonnie's movie, we both made it.
Thank you.
But Women Aren't Funny.
Yeah.
Which was a whole thing about just, they are funny. I mean, that's the greatest thing, and it was so needed, and I was proud that Patrice O'Neill said my name.
Oh, yes.
He said, I'm a funny bitch.
That's a funny bitch. Margaret Cho's a funny bitch.
And I've always loved him, so it was a beautiful thing, and I was grateful for it, and I don't think anybody says that anymore. I think because of your film, nobody can say women aren't funny anymore.
I know. I mean, well, the thing was that it took a long time to make. So I kept thinking everything's turned now.
Mm-hmm.
It really happened kind of fast, where women were sort of just it's like you went on stage where people would be like, ugh, and now you go on stage and people cheer for you.
Yeah,
it's like it's happened overnight almost.
It just seems such a dated thought. Like Jerry Lewis said it. Even a guy as smart as Hitchens wrote that article, and it was like, you're too smart to think that way.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Well, I love Hitchens. I love his writing. I think that he always picks the hardest side to go after, but in that case, he sort of just went with the easy route.
And he never talked to you.
I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like, well, I don't know what he had to do with comedy anyway.
Right.
Like, what does he know about comedy?
Well, that's the thing, is that he's the least funny person on the planet.
Yeah.
The same with the people that write these lists and do that and that. Like, what the fuck?
Why are you judging it all?
Well, they've never been on stage. Club owners, agents, managers, all of them. They never did.
Probably just because it was him, though. Like, if he wanted to write about anything, Rolling Stone probably would have. Hitchens wants to write about grass.
It was in Vanity Fair.
They're going to give him the space.
Yeah, it was Vanity Fair.
Just because it was him.
We got to wrap up, unfortunately.
What do you mean?
She's got to go. We would love to have Margaret.
I know. I love you guys. I listen to your show, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of your Vice, all these stuff that you do on Vice and stand-up comedy.
That's done though. I'm doing it on IFC now, so hopefully.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's a wonderful thing. I think you're awesome.
Thank you, Margaret.
Awesome, Margaret.
So I'm happy to be here. Thank
I can't wait to see your new special. When is it again?
It's
Friday.
Friday at 9 on Showtime.
Awesome.
It's called Psycho. You got to come back for a longer visit, Margaret.
I would love to.
And just Margaret Cho on Twitter.
Okay. We'll take a quick break. You have to go. We would love to keep
again. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
Yeah, we are back with Rich Vos and Bonnie McFarlane.
How's it going?
All right. I love this song. Thank you for this one, Travis. I like this. Nice little pick-me-up.
I don't like that there's a video going on.
Well, what?
I do radio because you don't have to.
There's nothing usable today. Don't worry about
Some people already tweeted a picture.
Well, there's a little bit of radio going on.
I mean, there's radio going on, but nothing worth.
Well, just don't get
worth
me
putting
in it.
video on.
I don't want to be in it.
Well, you're in the radio show.
I don't want to be in the pictures.
A lot of Margaret Cho tweets coming in, Rich, for an old joke you did.
That's awful.
And Bonnie's not happy about that.
Bonnie's not happy about a lot of things, but
what was the joke back in the day?
No, don't say it. Please don't say it. Don't make it.
God, you're an instigator. That's what you like to do, is start trouble.
Well, if they're talking about it on the Twitter, I mean, you described one of Bonnie's.
No, stop, please. Because you know why? I like Margaret a lot.
So do
I never liked that joke when you did it.
Well, I turned it into
Shut up.
Wait, what's the joke? Because the people don't know what we're talking about.
Jackie Chan. I dropped it because.
Oh yeah, you turned.
What? You dropped
Sounds like a great joke that you could just change it from Margaret Cho to Jackie Chan.
Laugh. All right, so don't act like it didn't.
I believe in honesty and comedy.
Oh. Let's bring her back. Let's bring her back. I'll tell the joke to her. See how she.
I'm sure she already knows it. It's been people been tweeting at her. It's awful.
That's okay.
Don't tweet that
right?
at her.
That's okay.
Here's some other guests you have.
We're gonna have them on in 2 seconds.
Why are you pointing it right at me? I just said don't.
See what I live with?
Wait, what's going on with Bonnie? What happened? What happened? Something happened.
I look pretty in the morning, at night. It doesn't matter.
Something happened though.
What?
I don't know.
Somebody tweeted a picture of me in here.
Take your glasses and nose off. Take the glasses.
We're trying to promote. We're trying to promote the big stars that this show gets.
And I don't like.
What's the
I don't like doing TV. I don't like being on.
What's the Margaret?
Please, you don't like doing TV.
I don't.
You could
weird business.
We could have
picked a weird business.
I totally chose wrong.
What's your favorite filter? We can maybe filter your pictures through your favorite filter if that helps.
Oh, they're here.
Oh, this picture?
I like burnt toast.
That picture's shitty because you look like. No, yeah, that's a good picture of you. Is that the one you don't like?
If that's good of me, then I don't know.
That's a good picture of you. That's a very natural picture. Hey, Rich, what is the Margaret Cho joke?
I don't remember. I don't do that kind of material anymore.
All right, acknowledge it's a joke that's very old that now offends Bonnie, but tell the joke to the people out there.
No, don't.
All right, I'll read a tweet then.
Don't, Opie. Because you know why?
I don't understand why.
You know what?
You guys are all comics. Why would
No, here's why.
Okay.
Because it's hurtful, not to me, not to Rich, but to Margaret, and I don't want.
Yes, I'm not hurtful to friends.
And then it was just meant to be. One time he did it once at an open mic. He didn't think anybody hear it. And somebody it caught on somehow. Somebody tweeted it. Now it went viral.
What body part were we talking about on Bonnie?
My ass.
All right,
there, you can
figure it out. Looks like something on Margaret Cho, I guess, right?
Okay.
Fair enough. It's a great line.
It's not a great line. It's just like
it's mean. I know, but
it's a horrible stereotype.
It's a great line. Rich?
Yeah, I mean, the other one,
it's a great line.
It's a fabulous
It's very
line.
mean. It's very mean, but it's a bit edgy.
The other one's better.
Which
I
one?
switched it with the other one. Having sex with her when it's her time of the month.
It's not a better one.
Yes,
and
it
it's not
is.
even what you're talking about. Oh,
what's that joke?
Oh, let me do.
I like having sex with her when it's her time of month. This way I can pretend I'm murdering her.
No, the other
That's
one's
better. No.
The other line's way
The murder. What do you like better?
I don't like either of those jokes.
Why?
I don't know. They're just not like. I don't know.
Let's get the gals in.
Corinne and Christina.
Yeah, we got Corinne and Christina from Guys We Fucked podcast. We're all right, Bonnie. We're all right.
What?
She said you like the second one better? Did you just say
Yes.
Oh, she said that.
You didn't have to come up with an answer a week later.
No, I thought about it for a second. I was like, actually, I think I've just heard the joke too many times. It actually is a funny joke.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Bonnie.
Good to remember me?
We do remember you.
That's
Hey, you know who I went there with?
Yes.
On the podcast, they always talked about the hot blonde.
Yes.
Guess who it was?
I know who it was.
Lindsay.
Hot Lindsay. I remember her.
Yes. How are you guys?
Good. How are you? It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you, and finally to meet you guys. You got a nice buzz on this podcast.
Thank you.
You do.
Thanks. Yeah, I just looked at. Yeah, there was a spike recently on the
Everybody
charts.
keeps talking about podcast. Like, what is a pod? Like, how do you do a podcast? Like, what is it like?
It's like an
Hold on,
internet
we're just doing a segment called Questions from 2003.
I'm talking to my dad. Internet radio show. Kind of like this, but we made it free.
Don't you have a podcast, guys?
Yeah,
they're just
fucking around.
I'm like,
What's your names? I never met you.
Corinne.
And I'm Corinne.
Okay. Are you stand-ups?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've creepily watched you do sets and stuff. We just never talked.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I like that she said she creepily watched you, but I feel like that's how everyone watches you.
That's the only way.
It's hard to watch you fondly.
Yes, it's just always creepily.
I did the podcast. It was a lot of fun.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, you were a
You were
great
one of our
guest.
earlier
Mhm.
guests.
Thank
So
you.
where do you name the guys that you fucked, or
No, because they're ladies. Remember that. Remember when I
I
told
always
myself.
get the pronouns wrong with you and your friends.
That's right.
They are.
It's in a dress. It's a lady. You remember that?
They got most of the parts that ladies have.
Absolutely.
And maybe an extra one. Who knows?
Absolutely. What's wrong
Who
with that?
knows?
I'm going to just say this, and take it for what you will, but
Sure.
anyone who is with you is not a lady.
It's not true. I think I have very glamorous young women who are attracted
He's
to me.
dated
It's like-
very lovely gals,
I
and
certainly
he's
do.
a gentleman when he dates them. I've
certainly
seen him
am.
on dates, and I've been on dates with him.
Yeah, I
Oh,
heard.
you guys dated? That's cute.
Who do we
On
date?
dates. No, I've been on dates.
No, you guys.
I know, but
Wait,
Well,
was
did
it
you, like,
wasn't
double
one,
date?
When
like,
I dated,
was it called like a pig on a spit? What is that called?
When I dated Yvette, remember when you went on a date with us?
Is that when I sat in the back seat and jerked off? Yeah, he dated.
So it wasn't really a double date.
No, but I was walking. I was going to do Boston comedy one time, and Rich was always like letting me watch him get blown because I just couldn't. And I had literally just
so
jerked,
sweet of
I
you.
had just jerked off and left my place, so my dick was worthless. And they were in the car, and he goes, "Sit in the back seat." So she's blowing him, and I'm just trying to jerk off again, but my dick
Well,
wasn't
she
budging.
didn't care. She was like into it.
No, she was wonderful.
Jimmy just told my favorite Rich Voss story the other day. You got to tell it again in front of the.
I don't know which story you mean.
I know.
I just looked at you like the fucking, like a little fucking
Hold on.
rat at the pier.
Everyone, close their eyes.
I don't know
first.
why I just saw you differently. Because first of all, I've never heard these stories before. I've suspected them. I've suspected them. I've asked him about them, and he's like, "It's just radio stuff."
Yes, he's
or
doing
just
it
talking
now,
about radio
stupid.
stuff.
Well, tell this story. Close
And
your
then
eyes.
I just saw you. I just saw you watching Jimmy tell that, and you're like,
She's making a rat face.
Like
It's
a
not,
little
it's not a
fucking rat.
fond. Oh yeah.
I was gonna blowjob his watch. I was actually so proud of it.
She was really hot
Didn't
too.
he eat you out, though, when you first met him, you said?
Oh, yeah.
That's such a good story.
Yeah, but
With his
Jimmy
little
was
rat
nowhere around. I can assure
Are you
you.
sure? Are you sure?
He was in the trunk.
Yeah. Rich would have tried to get me to watch. Rich is a good dude, man.
He's a good
He's a good dude. It's like his fantasy. That's
He's a good friend.
you know, maybe your thing is you like to watch. He likes to be watched. It's his narcissism.
Can you tell the cat shit story, please?
I've told it before.
I know, but I don't know
Me
if
and Rich
Ronnie's
had a
ever heard
threesome
this
with a
one.
girl.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
We had a threesome with a girl. We didn't fuck. I remember.
No, I didn't.
With Rich?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I didn't fuck her.
No, I know you didn't because I remember Rich said to her with me there. He goes, "Let's flip a coin, and whoever loses has to fuck her." And,
Whoa. Was she ugly or?
No, she was a comedian. She laughed.
She committed suicide.
I know she did, but can you
Oh
wait till
my
I'm
God,
done
I
with the
didn't
fun
know
story?
that.
Yeah, she killed
wait till,
herself.
yeah.
This takes a turn. Yeah.
It was
it so much
halfway
hotter.
through our experience,
She
but we
laughed,
came
but
anyway.
it was a hollow laugh. And 2 hours later, she was dead.
Yeah, she hung herself.
Oh my God. Right after she fucked you.
Oh
No,
my
we didn't
God.
fuck her. We wound up. We played around with her.
I can't believe someone killed themselves because they didn't have to fuck you. That is irony.
One of us was jerking. We were did she blow you?
No.
You just jerked off?
Probably.
I was jerking off, and Rich had already come. So he gets up and goes to the bathroom, and I'm alone with her on the bed just jerking off. And I hear from in the bathroom, I hear... Because she had a cat, and the cat shit, he could smell it in the bathroom. Was making him want to vomit. So I'm trying to jerk off. And we're here.
I didn't think that would help you. I thought that.
Did you still bust a nut?
And
Of
now,
course,
now that's the only way he can come. He's got Rich on his, on his voice memo.
Oh my god!
Have you heard that one, Bonnie?
No,
You've never heard that one either. I don't know. She hung herself.
This
It's
is
not
the thing,
that
like,
fun anymore.
Yeah, that's less good.
when you meet someone and you begin a relationship with them, people are like, "Oh, he's a great guy." Everyone says that. Nobody goes, "Hey, listen, he lets Jimmy watch him fucking get blown." Like, if these were the stories that I heard, I would never be here today.
We're friends.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. What's he supposed to do? Shut me out?
I know. But
He's walking down the street. It was cold. I said, get in the car.
Yeah, he was like being a good buddy. I mean, I was on my way to Boston Comedy. I was early as usual.
Fellas.
How close to the club were you?
What's that?
Block and a half.
Block and a half.
Exactly.
It was on West 4th
There's no
Street.
need to defend your actions. It's perfectly acceptable for you guys to. I'm just better than you, and I know that now. I'm better than either one of you, and I shouldn't be married to somebody who's like a little rat.
He's not a rat. He's a good guy.
I was bringing the pizza down the subway yesterday.
What's that? Did he ever reach around and grab your balls?
No, we never. No.
No, I just jerked off and then back and washed.
How often have you guys jerked off in the same room?
I'd say under 30.
I tried to get him laid in a hotel in Harrisburg. I told the maids. I remember I was begging the maids to sleep with you.
Yeah, I remember that one time in the hotel. We fucking.
Damn, I had no idea.
No, not me and him. It was this girl from a club we went to, and she was getting married. So she took us up to the hotel room with her friend, and you go into the bathroom with the one girl. I'm trying to fool around with the friend on the couch, but on the bed. The friend won't do anything with me. So Rich comes out of the fucking bathroom, so I go in with the other girl, and I'm fucking the bride to be, and I'm fucking around with her, and we're making out, and she blows me and everything. And then afterwards, Rich goes to me. We were talking about how it was. I'm like, she wouldn't do anything with me, but that one did. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you didn't kiss her, did you? I'm like, I made out with her, and he starts laughing. And goes, she ate my ass.
I might have to leave.
You guys are so much closer than I thought.
It's not true. I'm telling you, it's not true. It's
of course it's true. Why is it bad, though? It's before you guys.
It's not bad.
It was long before you guys.
Just,
How
first
can
of
you
all,
say it's not true? It's so obviously true.
No. I feel sorry for those two girls in the story, first of all. I can't imagine them being like, okay, I'm going to... They had to just be looking back and forth like... Oh, which one is? Like they can't decide. It's just both equally awful. I'll take the little pudgy one. No, I'm gonna take the fucking one with the bad teeth. Oh no!
But what's wrong with that? We're just friends. I mean, we just it's guys do that stuff.
Yeah, no.
I don't think most guys do.
We've masturbated in front of each other like 1,000 times.
Well, before the interview, but a guy emailed us our dual email account, and he asked, he's like, I jerk off with my guy friends to porn. We don't touch each other. Is that gay? Should I tell my girlfriend? I'm like,
it's not gay. That's kind of gay. Yeah, that's a little gay.
Off.
That's gay.
But if they don't jerk off each other,
two guys without a woman there just jerking off watching TV is different than I was watching a live.
I call that lucky.
Oh, it's gay. So when you guys were doing it, it was a little gay. Like
no, because there was a woman there, so that made it not gay.
It's a different thing.
I think it's more creepy than gay. It just seems creepy.
Yeah, I agreed 100%. Like if you guys were just gay, it would be fine. But
just he's talking about jerking off together. Yeah. Two guys
jerking off,
fucking around with a chick like that
weird.
Is not the only. I mean, it's like I just jerked off because I wasn't fucking these girls. It was like, it's just.
Did she really eat your ass?
I just said it to him to make him upset.
No, he's it happened.
She did.
No, a strange girl's going to eat my ass. It's disgusting.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
Why wouldn't a strange girl eat your ass?
Well, he just said it's disgusting. Straight men's asses tend to be disgusting.
Not mine. I have the cleanest ass in show business.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
is that your thing?
Yeah.
That's your
Cleaner than Alec Baldwin's?
Yes.
Huh?
No, he
wipe
does.
until it's white.
Rich is always prepared for an audition. But yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, it was just
Let's talk to Corinne and Christina, man. So how did this podcast come together? And I mean, it's taken off. It's not easy to get a podcast to take off these days.
It's not. Well, I was dumped by the love of my life in a Panera Bread, and then I had a nervous breakdown, and then I decided the only way to solve it was to interview every guy I ever fucked.
Wow. How long were you with him?
2 years.
Why'd he dump you?
Because I'm intolerable.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm a really great girlfriend, but I'm very difficult. So.
Why are you difficult? Like how?
That doesn't make a great girlfriend, though. I'm confused.
No, I am. I'm just. It's like.
What she means is, if I can just interrupt for a second, she does anal, but then she gets angry about it.
That's actually not that far off. That was good, Bonnie. You really know me.
But I can.
No, I'm just. I don't know. I'm emotionally high maintenance.
Are you Hebrew?
Am I Hebrew? Yeah, I'm a Jew.
Are you really?
Yeah. I've never heard of something like that. Yeah.
This is a holy day. I can't believe you're here then.
Well, I mean, I don't give a shit.
But, wait,
are you too?
No. You can tell she's not Jewish.
You can never tell.
You can
she
tell.
looks a little.
How can you
Puerto
tell?
Rican-ish or something.
I do look Puerto Rican. I was at the Jersey Shore for a week.
Well, are you something?
What nationality?
I don't know. White. Some kind of white. My mom was adopted, and I don't look like my parents, though, which is weird.
So she doesn't even really know.
She doesn't know.
I want to go back to this. So what makes you a great girlfriend?
Right. Well, I'm just good. I do a lot of things. I'm very supportive. I'm a smart, funny, strong woman.
Mm-hmm.
You held a surprise Ghostbusters
you're
theme party.
Helen Reddy song.
I know.
Yes, I am. That's so funny. We were just talking about I Am Woman. But I feel like I expect a lot of people, and it's too much. Like, I hold people to really high standards, the same standards that I hold myself to, and that's not fair.
Right.
And so that's why. That's not funny, but it's serious.
I guess it's like a different generation, because there's no fucking way I would ever publicly be like, I'm great, I'm wonderful, I'm strong, I'm smart, you can enjoy me.
Oh no, I have really weirdly high self-confidence, so Christina's always making fun of me for it.
It's like but it's not one of your better traits.
But the thing is, it's like care. We have a lot of listeners, and people feel so shitty about themselves, and I think there's something along the way that we were meant to we were told that it's weird or bad to feel good about yourself, and it's not.
It is. It's awful. You shouldn't. The worst people in the world feel good about themselves.
No.
They really do.
They take age drugs and fucking raise the price.
Think that I do think we're meant to hate it's a little bit, and it's like a healthy thing to do.
Comedians have that, but we get stuck in that.
Especially comedians should. You shouldn't walk around feeling good about yourself, or you're never going to be a good comedian. You're just not.
We get stuck in it, though. We tend to. And it's unfortunate.
Love my wife. She's fucking the best person on the planet. Sorry.
That's okay. Where are you going?
I love watching.
He has to give her a hug.
What are you doing?
She's so weirded out.
I don't know. He's
no means no. No means no.
I think he just wants Jim to watch.
This is that's because of the ass eating story.
Yeah. Oh God.
He's feeling a little guilty because of the ass eating story.
He hasn't cheated on you once. Like, why would you feel guilty?
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you
husband.
Great job.
Good for you.
But he really is.
So.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the deal when you get married.
I know him well enough to know, and I know all of his dirt and his dirty stories, and
like if he cheated, he would come to you.
Without a doubt, he would tell me.
Would you tell her?
Never.
Okay.
No, thank you. And I appreciate it.
That's like a friendship pact.
But he really hasn't, and I know that. So it's like, when men are such fucking slobs, but for him to have been faithful the whole time is fucking. I'm shocked.
Well, I know how much jizz comes out when he does fuck. So it's not like he's not out there like spraying women with it. It's not the great thing it might have been at one time.
Is it a small
It's hard to come.
It's like he's going to cheat, and he's like, oh, I think I'm going to cheat with this girl in an hour.
Yeah.
The pill.
Yeah.
Does the load get less as you get older?
Well, when you're fucking sandpaper.
Tell me more. And then we turn into sandpaper?
I have to use my weight in lube.
Well, our vaginas will try out.
Wow. So Corinne came up with the podcast, and how'd you get Christina involved?
I didn't come up with it. I pitched it, Christina.
Hold on a second. Let me just finish with this dry pussy joke. Fucking wonderful.
That'll sit there for the rest of the day. Amazing. So you came up with the idea, then you hit up Christina.
Well, we're a comedy duo, so we're working together
okay.
the whole time. Yeah. So just any idea we come up with, we pitch it to the other person, and then we expand on it from there. And Christina was like, "Well, how about we not make this so self-indulgent and about you?" And then we turned it into
Bring it back,
the anti-slut shaming podcast, which is the part that people forget, but the important part, and made it more like just an open talk about sexuality and feminism.
So why'd the guy leave you? Was it just you're emotionally like?
No, I mean I don't honestly, I don't know.
Okay. You broke up a little bit before that too, like you were on and off.
Well, I mean like a week.
Yeah,
that's not.
But that's like the riffs that occur before like a major breakup.
Yeah, I mean it's just I honestly don't really know. He'll be on the podcast one day and we could talk about it. But
do people are they usually open with you because it's called Guys We Fuck, so you know it's about your sex life? Is there anybody that's come on that's been like really closed off, like?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, yeah. And one of our friends, his dad is transgender, so we wanted to come on and talk about it. And then, but he doesn't talk about sex at all. And we were like, "Well, how do you have sex with your girlfriend?" He's like, "I don't talk about that." We're like, "Oh,
wait, your friend didn't?"
Yeah, he didn't want to talk.
Dad came on.
No, I wish. Well, we invited him to come on to talk about his father, but then obviously we tried to expand it and to talk about his own sexuality, and he just refused.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just like a fight.
What kind of a job does he have? Your
comic.
friend?
He's a comic. Yeah.
Oh, I know
obviously.
who it is.
And his father is
I know.
transgender.
His
and he's
dad's
religious, and he just doesn't like talking about it.
Is that father's first name Julia?
No,
no, it's Victoria.
Oh. Wow.
In Georgia.
I don't know who this is. I know who you're thinking of, Rick Scotty, who became Julia, but no,
Wait, what's
his
that
son's
about?
not. He's a comedian.
Oh, the son's. I thought the father.
No, the son. The Rick Scotty, who we should have on. His name is Julian.
His son's also a comedian, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he started doing stand-up.
Who did his
Julia's son?
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I know Julia. Yeah, but no, this is just the comic is just a dude, and he's still a dude.
Wouldn't talk about it at all. But why would he come on a podcast called?
I don't know, because we talk about other things. We talk about molestation, rape. I mean, it's not always just like a good fun time party, but we try to make it lighthearted.
We had one guy whose dad's a pedophile and molested his sisters. Yeah,
he's also a comic.
But yeah, it's nice to have comics.
Did he talk about it?
Oh yeah, he talked in length.
Who was it then? If he said it on the podcast, if it's
Troy Allen.
Who?
Troy Allen.
Do I know Troy? I don't think I know Troy Allen.
I don't know. But
we hang in different circles. Who is?
Is there any names we might know?
Yeah, you guys hang out with
Bonnie
famous people.
McFarlane we had on. I don't know if you know him.
So Troy Allen's dad, his dad, he said that about his dad?
Yeah, and he talked in depth about it. He was very open about it.
Was he hate his dad?
Yeah, he had anger, but his anger's been getting better. It was weird. It was really dark, but it's nice to have comics to come on and talk about that stuff because they can make jokes.
But where is his father indicted or arrested? Was his father?
Yeah, where's his dad now?
And when he was in the military, they were stationed in Alaska, and Troy's mom went to his boss in the military and said, "My husband is molesting my kids. What, we get him arrested or whatever." And then the military said, "If he gets arrested, you won't have any money. Like he provides for you."
Yeah.
So I don't think we should say anything.
They swept
so
it under the rug.
No, wow.
So she just had to deal
I mean,
with
this was years, decades ago, but still. I mean, that's why we haven't had the conversation. No, of course, but drunk driving was okay too. No. I mean,
it still is in my books.
I do it every day.
That's not him.
Ugh.
But every time we have a dark episode like this, we get emails, because we get emails all the time about like, this happened to me and what do you guys think about this? We got a lot of emails about my dad molested me too.
Wow.
Yeah, because
people were molested.
It's happened to a lot of people. And I mean, it was also to open up a conversation, which is a little controversial, but I mean, in society, we kind of just like brush pedophiles like away and be like, you're a monster, you have a problem, but it's like talking about it as a mental problem,
They don't get help.
Yeah, like you need help.
The problem is their recidivism rate is so high. It's like it's hard to get them help because they're fucking what they're doing. Like they know what they're doing is wrong.
Right, and to act on it is terrible. But to have the feelings is something you can't help. But there's been like almost 0% research done on it because no one's going to fund that because those kind of places get shut down.
But there's kind of a new group or new pedophiles that don't act on it.
Yeah,
they come
absolutely.
out as that they're attracted. But whatever promise or they don't want to act on it. They know it's wrong.
Attracted.
I mean, I listened to this
Pedophiles.
podcast. I can't remember what it was on, but
the NPR one, the Tarred and Feathered one.
Oh, was that? What
What's
was
it called?
Tarred and Feathered was the name of
Yeah,
the
This American Life.
This American Life.
They had a
It was
pedophile
really
on.
And what happened?
twisted.
He doesn't act on it. And his therapist, I think, refused. I think what he told somebody, his mom took him to a therapist, and the therapist didn't even want to work with him.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm not acting on it.
And so he gets all that anger, and he's never done anything.
Yeah.
That is weird.
I don't believe. Has he?
Yeah, everybody wants to just
He's a young man, and they interviewed him for like 30 minutes, and he just was like, it's really hard, but we have this group online where we just talk about it, and we've all made a pact, like Bonnie said, not to act on it.
I wonder what that is.
Good.
Like, I don't understand that attraction at all. And
But
like,
I
can
think
you change it if
it's
you have
actually a
it?
chemical imbalance in your brain. The same as like if you ever, I always talk about like if you ever into Body is the Experiment, like they split open the brain of a serial killer, and it actually, to the naked eye, and I have no knowledge of science, you can see a difference between a serial killer's brain and a quote unquote regular person's brain. So I mean, that's what I was kind of trying to talk about. Like I think it's a actual, just like a chemical imbalance, and you're born with it.
Well, there was that. So you guys listened to This American Life?
Mm-hmm.
I think this might have been This American Life, or maybe it was Radio Lab, that they did there was a guy who, I don't know what happened. He had some brain aneurysm or whatever, and he got really into kiddie porn. And then they took out the thing, and he was fine again.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we all have to sit and
But
speculate.
I think he still had to go to jail or something. He was like doing it at his computer at work.
Yeah, that's not ever good.
Yeah, he got caught.
Were they able to
brain
prove that
hurt.
it was the brain aneurysm?
Well, that was the thing in court. I mean, they tried to prove it, and
Yeah.
But that was a difference.
I
between
do.
wanting
I
to
don't
do
think.
it.
I don't think they. I think he still went to jail because people. I mean, obviously, people hate
Yeah.
pedophiles. Who cares why? You know.
Yeah.
I had
Of
a
course.
headache.
Well, they said that he knew he was doing wrong because he was trying to hide the behavior. So that's
They
what they're
knew it
saying.
was. He knew it was
He
wrong.
knew
It was
that
a
he shouldn't be
cover-up.
doing it.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to hide the behavior. You don't see anybody walking down the street with a 5-year-old hand in hand like that.
Well, then they know it's wrong. But that's the parent.
In utopia, you do.
But I think like there are organizations that would like to bring it out into the public,
Yeah,
like
NAMBLA,
NAMBLA and stuff.
sure.
Yeah. So
Show
there
them your
are.
NAMBLA tattoo.
Oh, you.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So, did
What?
you?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sorry, this turned into a
Where
pedophile
did you go?
conversation.
Yeah, I know. You apologize for this tent in my pants.
What did you major in college? 'Cause
Me,
'cause you seem a lot smarter than the other side.
Oh, wow, thanks.
The other
went
one's there for color.
I went to SVA. I majored in film with a concentration in directing.
How about you?
Acting in Marymount Manhattan College.
Oh, okay.
So Rich nailed it.
Hey, what?
Yeah, he did, actually. I didn't finish, so good guess.
What's the worst thing you've heard confessed that you probably think they didn't
Oh,
mean
God.
to?
Look at it. It was fine. It was a
watched
perfectly
Jimmy
fine
Snowfall.
question.
We got an
It was
email.
that-
What?
The look in your eye when you asked it.
Yeah, I want to know.
Their therapist, and so there's this one. Remember that one guy who was after the pedophile episode where he said he had those thoughts but he didn't act on them, and then he fantasized about murdering people.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know what to do, and he's also attracted to men, and he was just like all over the place.
Oh,
And we're
I
like,
didn't think I hit
you
send.
should see something.
Right.
I was told by my therapist to write it and delete it.
Yes,
You didn't forward that to the FBI or
Yeah, like
anything?
Well, it's kind of like I think we treated it like a therapist, like a client-patient confidentiality.
Yeah. But
And
you're
what
not.
do you? What?
But you're not.
No,
And if you
absolutely.
didn't-
But it's a confidentiality. We're not going to start out. That's not the point of it to
Right.
just start sending people that
Yeah.
because then they don't feel safe around us.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's also like. I mean, I like to take everything as true, but you know, I don't know.
You
And
don't
a lot
know
of
it's
people,
true, yeah.
and a lot of people also will get drunk or high and email us, which is sometimes funny and sometimes frightening. I don't know.
So you don't think the guy's going to act out on that, right?
No, and also he lived in a different country. We actually attempted to get him help, but he lived in
Like Sweden or something.
Sweden or Switzerland. Yeah, one of the S's. And there was just no way that we could get any help to him. But we did try.
if I got anything like say your podcast, say someone emailed you something so disturbing that you think if you sent that off,
Right.
no one's going to know because you're not going to go, hey, guess what we did? Guess who
Right.
That's what you're doing, is confidential too. So no one's going to know. I'm not saying be a snitch or a rat, but if
Well, we were debating that, but then it's like the whole thing of he lives in another country.
Well,
so I'm like, I don't even know
as
who
an
to.
example. If if somebody
Yeah,
emails you
and I
about-
mean, the thing that we're really sensitive, obviously, like if someone's going to harm themselves, and I mean, we talk about this and we give information on how to get help if you're like going to commit suicide or thinking about it, anything like that. But it's like we are not therapists, and we always direct people to go to a real therapist. We're just gals giving advice.
You guys
like
are
friends.
you guys are in the middle of the shit. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's
We've
sometimes
had
it's
some
a little
strange
much.
people on this radio show, but nothing like that.
The emails we get every day are crazy.
You guys probably just didn't want to get involved. You're like, you know what?
No,
hopefully he'll be all right.
Christina wrote back a very nice long reply.
I'm kidding.
I tried to reach him.
We tried.
Nah, but you're right not to turn them in though. Even though it's tempting, it's like you just can't. If people are writing you like that, like
what?
They're kind of there's like an understanding that I'm writing you.
Yeah.
Unless they say I'm going to go out and rape a kid today, like they're committing a crime
that's
actively.
what I'm saying.
But
he didn't say that.
The ones that are the worst are the ones that, like, didn't you get a couple of emails from a guy that was like, I'm going to kill myself, and you were like, come to my show.
He's really going to kill himself.
Yeah, just finish the job.
And then I wrote him back and said, please, if you're that close, please don't.
Yeah. No, there was one guy that
quote final motivation end quote.
I get stuff about
no, but then it was like
recovery and
it's like this weird thing. You get into this situation where they keep using it. I feel like I'm gonna kill myself again, and then you gotta
be
write
friends
them
with
back emails and
I just take.
It's really annoying keeping people from committing suicide.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Be good. Don't do it.
Well, I had a guy that would call me all the time and be like, I'm gonna commit suicide, and then I'd have to go to his house, make sure he wasn't. It was
he just wanted you to come over to try to bang
I know,
him.
but then you're just like,
He was your friend.
Yeah.
We had the guy Tom who was going to kill himself live on our show.
That
and
would
the
be
gun
great
went,
for the
remember when the
ratings.
gun went off?
What?
Yes, I do.
Yes. This guy had a horrible disease. We used to do this bit called Is Tom Alive Fridays. Every Friday.
Oh, God.
Every Friday he would call in and tell us he's still alive.
Oh, my God.
He was given not much time to live, but then we're giving him laptops and everything, and this guy's still living. And then
Is he still alive? We don't know.
Great plan.
This has been years, so I don't know.
Like, you never talked to his doctor or anything?
To verify.
He had a disease that could only be saved by laptop.
He was in bad shape. We brought him out for one of our virus shows to give him the laptop or something. Yeah, and
So he got all this free
the
shit.
place went nuts because he became pretty popular on our show for a while. He called up one day and he's like, "I'm doing it today," and he had a gun, and the fucking gun went off. Yeah.
And were you like, are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, because
we did a commercial for Pro Flowers.
We probably have the audio still. Yeah, you could hear him go.
Oh my God!
You can hear him say
Funeral
something like,
arrangement
"Oh
special.
shit." And then, the cops have to go and investigate.
That's
all
right.
that shit. You remember all this,
Yes, I
Jimmy?
do. Sure, we were on K-Rock.
But the fucking gun went off live on the air.
Yeah. And the cops showed
Not
up,
because
too.
he was, at that point, he's like, all right, maybe I won't kill
And
myself.
then you
But
just
then all of a sudden,
immediately went to the pool of who was.
then he got sloppy with the gun and it went off live on our show. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, he had some
Who
disease
had
where
the
he couldn't breathe.
15th?
His breathing was rough. It's like,
Yeah, he's lit concrete on his chest.
oh, man. Anyway, so, yeah, we've gotten
And is he
our
still
share.
alive, or you just?
It's been years. I don't know. I would assume he's dead
you
by
just
now.
completely gave
I mean-
up on the guy.
Yeah, why did the bit end?
You have the clip. We have the clip. You want to play the clip?
Oh God, I don't know if I can handle it.
It's not that bad. Go ahead, Travis.
Not through the barrel. Just pull out the mag.
Yeah, we're talking
and,
about
get the round out of the chamber.
Whoops. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm here.
What was that?
Oh, it was one in the chamber.
That was you just fired your. What was that? The 380?
No, it's another. It was another 9mm, Walther.
That's it. You
Yeah.
heard it
Oh,
shot,
my
though.
God,
You
yeah.
heard it go off. Yeah.
Oh, I'm having
I forgot.
PTSD.
Anthony was
Goddamn.
tucking him down. Like, yeah, I take the fuck. Yeah. But it went off. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
That was close. That would have meant
Boy, I forgot a step.
lot of trouble.
The most important step.
Before he talked him down, he said, "Are you black or Jewish?"
I would love to know if that guy's still alive. Tom,
Tweet
if you're
us.
out there, we'll know. Or give us a call. But anyway, that stopped the conversation.
Ooh, yeah, that was
Sorry.
bleak. That was
Is
bleak.
your podcast once a week, or you?
Yep, every Friday.
Every Friday.
Well, I have a question, if I could.
Yes.
Well, because I want to know what came first. Like, were you, let's talk about sex on this podcast, and then you tried to wrap it up into and then we'll say it's anti-slut shaming so that it can seem good.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But I had good intentions with that, but it's like, let's just add a little tagline so it's not just guys we fucked, so they have a better idea of.
It was just to make it relatable.
Yeah.
When I first heard about it, I thought it was just the guys you guys fucked, and I'm going, well, that's going to be 4 episodes.
Well, I mean, a little more than that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I'm not shaming. I'm just surprised.
Yeah, we seem like poor dude gals.
What are you doing out of New York or Queens or Brooklyn? Where
In Queens. No,
Would it make a difference?
We do it in Manhattan.
No, I just because
It's from 78th Street.
Well, now we do it out of my apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, you? What
have a
network
cool
are you
apartment.
with?
Why'd you switch?
Oh, yeah, you came to my apartment. Yeah.
What network are you guys with?
Ourselves.
Oh, you do it yourselves and put it up yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart.
And all
we
the
learned how to
publicity yourselves.
We don't have any PR people. They just come to us.
We just respond to emails.
Yeah.
It's number
Or
one.
try to.
It's number one in comedy right now. on
Yeah.
Do you
iTunes.
live reads?
We
like
did-
ads?
Yeah, we
just started
with Poprageous.
We used
Wait,
to
you
do them,
haven't
and
been
guess
doing
what?
that? How have you been making money?
We haven't
been.
doing it for the love of the fucking.
Wow.
Yeah, and we were a little hesitant about promoting something that like typical like that like stamps.com or some shit. It's weird to be like, I think your husband's gay. Stamps.com, everybody. Like it just felt
Well, you
weird.
do Adam and Eve.
Because the success of the podcast lies
take the
in like the
money.
relationship with the fans, and we didn't want them to think that we were bullshitting them. And there's also a lot of like young people who listen to it, so we had to be like careful what we were going to sell.
Do you do
to
any
them.
live shows? Do you do your podcast live ever?
We have.
We did it once where it was a guy that Corinne fucked, and she
So
fucked him
uncomfortable.
the night before. But you had like a crush.
We
you liked
booked him when just as a fun guest, and then he decided it would be more authentic if we had sex. And I was like, "You're really hot. This is
Wow.
not a terrible idea."
So
Wow.
awkward.
That's what I did when I was booked on Oprah.
So how did that play out with the live show?
I'm very uncomfortable like doing the podcast live. That's not what it's
How
what
was
it's
the sex? How was it?
I don't remember, but then I did it. Like, yeah, it was not. I mean, like
Were
this
you
was
drunk or are you being polite?
No. We were drunk. This was like a 3:00 in the morning idea. It was not. It was.
It was just whatever.
So why was it uncomfortable live?
I don't know. I feel like you were both hungover. You both
We
had
were
sex
really
like
hungover.
hours before. But did you have a crush on him or no?
He's really attractive. I didn't really know him well enough to have a crush on him.
Yeah, and I didn't know this guy either. So I'm like, talking to him about his dick in front of all these strangers, and I'm like,
Do you have a boyfriend too?
I do.
And you have one now?
No, I haven't had a boyfriend in 3 years. That Panera Bread got me out. I can't.
It fucked you up that bad?
Yeah, I'm like it seems over dramatic,
You're
and it
so
totally
young.
is. But
What are you, like 24, 25?
I'm turning 30 next week.
I thought so.
I was trying to be nice.
No, I thought you were in your 20s.
Thank you.
She is in her 20s.
Middle
I am
20s.
now. I am
20s.
today.
Middle 20s.
Jesus, you're like fucking Ace Rothstein. Hey, just she looks beautiful. Give her a hand.
Look at her.
No, but I mean, 3 years. You got to let it go. I mean, if you're giving advice and talking about this shit on a podcast.
Absolutely. But my life is a lot different now, and it's like I kind of learned the value of my time. And in the 3 years that I've been single, see, before that I was like Miss Relationship. I was in a 5-year relationship, 2-year relationship. Since I was 18 to 25, that whole time was almost consecutive relationships. And then in the 3 years that I wasn't dating anyone, my career has been so much better. So it's like,
well, that's all relative.
yeah, but it's like, but it's
Also, the podcast, talking about sex publicly makes people, I don't know, they either approach you because they want to get on the podcast, or, there's like motives now.
Yeah, I'm not closed off to it. It's not like I'm not like occasionally going on a date or anything like that. Like I'm open to it, but it's just someone has to be really awesome for me to take away time from comedy.
My boyfriend and I are on a 3-way app, and like we're looking for like a girl or a couple. We don't really know yet, but we want to do something. A couple or if you guys want to fuck us. Bonnie's
not into it.
She went from beautiful to a man.
I like listening to these two lovely ladies. Nice.
Take out her big dick.
You guys don't mind if I masturbate while you say
Wait a second. When you say
peek
couple,
your piece?
you want to watch your boyfriend fuck another
I
broad?
have a fantasy about that I never really like
I'm
popped
sure he
up
does,
to.
too.
I'm sure, well, he didn't, and he's like, I feel so bad. Really, you like this? And I was like, actually, yeah.
What if your boyfriend started blowing the other guy? What would you do then?
I'd watch and
Would it get
see
you
how
off?
far it
Would
goes.
it get you off?
No, that wouldn't get me off.
I'm not getting involved in it.
Sorry, Rich. But we message people on this app, and then they're like, "Oh, I love the podcast." And we're like, that's not what we want, So it's a little tricky. So I can't imagine dating.
Yeah, you could go to
Are you in your 20s too? Or-
Yeah, 27.
And you never been married?
No.
Neither of you have been. Obviously not.
No.
Because you just gave us the whole rundown. So
Yeah,
you've been married.
no.
I didn't mean obvious.
Wow, you panicked there a little bit.
No, I didn't want her to take it wrong. When she
It's
said-
fine. You can say whatever.
No, I'm not here to be. No, because I'm
Rich.
I'm like interviewing.
Such a dog.
Because our podcast is so much, better that I'm trying to figure
He's been holding a snot rag.
We
the
almost
entire
had
time,
the
by
exact
way.
opposite podcast.
It's like a marriage. Yeah. About marriage.
Yes, yours is called Guys I Shouldn't Have Fucked.
Why'd I do that?
No, I mean, I hear so much about you guys. It's very,
Cool.
it's cool. And, so it's kind of cool.
Wow,
You can be on the podcast.
Huh?
You can be on.
I couldn't think of anything worse.
You really?
Well, I would love to do it.
approached Bonnie
I would love to do
at the stand, and I was like, "Oh, we have this podcast. You'd be on it." And I was like, "If you want Rich to come on too," she's like, "Nah, it's just me." I'm like,
No, I
"Okay,
would love to do your podcast.
No, but I'm not.
separately.
There's no possible way. Rich is one of the most jealous people on the planet, and I realize it's not because he's not upset that I had sex with other people.
That I wasn't
it's
there.
not about him. Yeah.
Right. It hurts your soul that she would ever
Or like
be with another
I
dick.
realize like if I'm talking to a man and he gets mad that I'm talking to a man, it's that the man's not talking to him.
That's not true.
That's the jealousy.
No,
yes, it is.
No.
100%.
Quit trying to be a doctor all of a sudden. I
And
used to
another
help
thing,
you.
and I'm just listen. I got my PhD a long time ago, but I'll say this.
Listen,
That's right. Your permanent husband, dummy.
That was quick.
I think we're wrapping up here.
I think when you got to the D,
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, good, I can. This is gonna work."
No, husband got me. I knew dummy came immediately. I'm like, husband. Oh, the P will be easy. The P will be easy.
So are you guys in Virginia this weekend? Because I'll do it because we're at the Arlington Draft House in Virginia Friday and Saturday, Bonnie and I. So if you're in that area, I'd love to do
Oh
your
yeah.
podcast.
Coincidentally, we will.
We're going on the road to Virginia next. Yeah, that would be great.
This Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
Or if next
exactly.
weekend you're in Albany, I'm at the
Exactly.
Comedy Works.
And we'll be with our little wagon of equipment. Yeah. We drag it with us.
Oh,
The
wait
guys
a
with
second.
Fuckmobile.
I have a question for you. Do you take calls during your podcast?
No, we never did.
No, they don't stream it. It's not streamed, so.
No, don't act like he's asking you that because he's really interested. He wants to know how to do it.
Oh, you want the technology. Got it.
Why haven't you set that up properly?
I don't know how to do it.
They put their phones on speakerphones. No,
You
to
can plug your
to get
phone into the sound
calls.
recorder and get the
It's
input
not
there.
It's not that tough there, Rich. How do we get the podcast, ladies?
iTunes and SoundCloud and Stitcher. Just look up Guys We Fucked.
It's a good podcast. It's really, and it's fun to do.
Thanks.
It's like just all you gotta do is just go on and be honest. It's really, it's really
I was
fun.
a little drunk because Lindsay and I went and had a drink beforehand, and so we
Did you
showed up
do
a
it?
little bit drunk. Yeah.
Oh.
And Lindsay came with me and sat in the corner, and then didn't say a word.
Yeah, but we kept referencing to Hot
Yeah,
Lindsay
the
the
hot
whole
blonde.
interview.
Yeah.
Were you honest about? Were you not just honest, but did you talk about different people, or did you?
Oh yeah. That's why I didn't want Rich to know about it because.
Oh,
and then
sorry.
I know a lot of the people.
It's a great episode.
You're going to go find that episode now, Rich?
No, fuck no.
he won't read my book.
I know, Bonnie.
He's
Bonnie's
gonna-
book. Why don't you promote that real fast?
It's
Pre-order.
available for pre-order on Amazon.com. Thank you for those who pre-ordered it.
What's the name of it?
You're better than me. You're better than me.
And then Jimmy's
better than me.
Jimmy's hitting the road this weekend.
Yes, I'll be in Michigan, Minneapolis Friday. 2 shows at Mill City Nights, and then Saturday is Detroit, the Andiamo Theater.
That was so somber.
Can I just
can't say. I
promote one
can't
more
remember the name. Andiamo
It was
Theater.
focusing.
Yeah, it's always
Yes.
hard for me to remember.
Can I promote Helium?
Yes.
This Tuesday and Wednesday I'm at Helium in Philly.
Good old Philadelphia.
Thank you.
And Guys We Fucked. It's a really fun podcast, and it's like #1 in comedy. Almost 600,000 followers on SoundCloud. And sorryboutlastnight.tumblr.com. It's a really fun one to do. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us,
Yeah,
guys.
congrats
They're
on the
obviously
success.
fun, great gals.
Well, I have one more
Yes.
question before we go, because I almost forgot this is on the list. You guys had a feud with Legion of Skanks. Did you have a problem with Lewis? Or was that nonsense?
It's not.
It's nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you
though.
like Lewis?
We're not talking about. I mean, it's just
awesome.
we don't just want to talk about it.
I hug Lewis so hard when I see him, and he hates it.
Well, you don't like Lewis?
No, I love Lewis.
Why don't you like him?
How come you don't like Lewis?
I love him.
It's called. This is our
I'm
podcast.
in love with him.
Our
I'll
podcast.
admit it here.
Okay, you're on an island.
Our
Lewis,
podcast is
I'll
called
fuck
Guys
him.
We Feuded With. So I want to know what happened.
You're on an island.
Why do we
with
have
Lewis.
this clip?
That's the name of the episode if they're looking for Bonnie on there.
Oh, how deep is your vagina with Bonnie McFarlane?
What's the name of Jim's?
We asked you that question.
What was Jim's episode called?
Guy, girl,
What is it? Bark like a dog.
Things we fucked.
It had something about barking like a dog.
Glow in the dark.
Girls we fucked and the girls who have fucked us is in parentheses.
My mom loved Jim. She was like, he's such a gentleman.
Well, you're a filthy gentleman, and that's rare, and I love that.
Yeah.
Jimmy absolutely is a gentleman.
Yeah.
But he's
Always.
also dirty. I like that.
I know,
it's
it's
good.
weird, but it's the truth. He's got both of those things going on.
You just got to know who not to be dirty with.
Here you go. How about you don't bark like a dog with Jim Norton? That was Jim Norton's episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
So is your feud over? Is it over? Or no?
Oh, yeah.
How come you don't want to talk about it?
It's
because they made it in a thing. We're like,
Oh,
yeah, I
they
don't really
did, okay.
care.
'Cause
Yeah.
they're trying to get publicity
Exactly.
off
I
of you
like
guys.
shit talk. Yeah.
Okay. It's on my prep sheet.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised it didn't come up earlier.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
I literally forgot about it until I just
So
looked
why
down.
don't you like Puerto Ricans?
Oh, they're dirty. They don't work hard.
Woohoo.
That's fast.
Same reason I don't like Mexicans.
They're different.
All right, we're out of here. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
very
See you
much.
next time.
They're good.